well, we have a ton to talk about. Patch 4.11, because I definitely keep track of patch numbers. That's definitely something that I care about. Um, but we have BaJAtak and Aikado, and I'm Resolve, and I'm supposed to learn how to do an intro. So there you go.
That was incredible. 10 out of 10. Great energy. You fucking nailed it right there. I don't know about you guys. I feel ready for this podcast.
It
Yeah,
is
man, I'm
certainly an
actually so
exciting
excited.
one. We definitely have.
Yeah, like
There's definitely stuff to talk about. Which I guess we can start off with like probably the most hype and wholesome thing. Rusticles got a card. Congratulations, Rusticles. Not even slightly ironic. This shit is unreasonably based.
yeah, that's
Um,
very cool. Like seeing that thing and seeing the story behind that. Also having the charity thingy that for when
yeah,
we complete a quest, we get like $1 to the up to 25k or something like that. That's pretty cool. I guess we can start with the variety cards, I guess, or we want to start with patch. That's the question.
I think we should probably start with patch, but we probably don't want to go like card by card because that is rather dry. But if there's stuff that people want to particularly talk about, I think it's fine to
I
delve
think we
into
can
any
like
particular card.
talk about every card, but we of course like some scuds. I guess we can just skip, but
I mean,
it's
I think it's
whatever.
like fine to do stuff. Noxus Dragon looks like fine but unexciting. Anybody feel strongly
I
past?
It
have
looks like
like
one
it.
of the better ones. I think
Mhm.
like I don't know what deck it ever lands into because Noxus fucking sucks, but it's a cool card.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I don't agree. Mhm.
definitely one of the better dragons. I just feel like it's. I mean, if I saw like two copies in some random deck, I wouldn't be shocked. But I'm not like going out of my way to find ways to play this card.
Yeah.
I, yeah, I can see that. I think this is very good in some Noxus midrange. Of course, we don't have any Noxus midrange now, but if Swain gets another buff, maybe in the next page or something like that, I can see that maybe there. Like pushing damage, killing maybe some unit as well. Like H-Pro Challenger is not bad at all. Like that's gonna
No.
kill. I don't think like Janna that can kill like things like Nila, and like it's not bad at all. And I said we don't have home for it now, especially also Eternal. Eternals like have like aggro decks for Noxus, and there it doesn't have these control decks. And the control decks also don't want to use it. It needs really some mid-range deck, and that's that we don't have now.
Yeah, I've always like been kind of like eyeballing this card as like eventually
Mhm.
seeing play because like eh, when it's just like a 6 mana 5/5 that rallies, that's just like always active incisive tactician, and it's in a much better region for that effect.
Mhm.
The problem is like
For
Dragon.
audio only listeners, we're looking at the Dragon Rally guy,
Oh yeah,
right?
Dragon Guard Lookout is the card name in English, but um, the problem has always been that like you didn't have dragons that you wanted to play. I mean, there's like Screeching Dragon that was probably playable. You could put some Shyvanas in your deck if you're really interested, but like past that, it was kind of difficult to justify putting dragons in your deck. But this does have a pretty low condition of behold. Like you don't have to have one in play; it can be in your hand. Um, and with like some more dragons running around, I feel like this card gets a lot closer to be possible.
Mhm.
I will say that if we're looking at, dragons as an archetype trying to see play, I think dragon's biggest issue was that like it just didn't have enough like good early dragons
Yeah,
that like you would ever want to justify playing. So your curve like just always sucked. And I don't think that any of these cards fix that at all. But I do think that it's cool that they're like splashable dragons that like maybe your whatever deck or region you're in, maybe you want to play your dragon. Probably not,
yeah.
but maybe.
My impression was pretty much that like the way dragons was gonna do well, and these cards do help with that because like I guess I can scroll down and show people that there's other dragons that uh got foiled. Um, I always felt like dragons needed to be just kind of like a normal-ish Demacia deck that had a couple of dragons and some like dragons-ish payoffs. Where like Shyvana seems like a fine champion if you could level her somewhat promptly. Screeching Dragon's certainly passable in standard. Um, and like this like Dragon Guard Lookout always looked like a pretty nice payoff, and it didn't demand that many dragons. These like full-blown Age of Dragons decks, like I think those are hopeless. Like we
Yeah, of
can give up
course.
on
Of
those.
course.
But
I think the other thing is that Dragons has a broken card in Dragon's Clutch. I
yeah,
think that card is absolutely fucking absurd. And I
Mhm.
constantly look at this card and the rally card, and I'm like, there has to
yeah.
be something broken here.
I
And I've
mean,
tried it a few times and I haven't hit it, but there's something broken.
I also
So we
think
have the
Age of
Shivana.
Dragons. Yeah,
Mhm.
I also think Age of Dragons and Shyvana are just like some of the most outrageous
Yeah.
cards if you could enable them. But like
We also
Dragons has just never materialized.
That Guns Challenger now does as card as
Yeah,
well.
big
The
front.
strike heals 5. Like I think Dragons eventually gonna find something, and I think that's something that also Riot tries to do. We also got the A drop spur out. We got the A drop getting another buff, and I wouldn't be surprised if we eventually just find some Dragon deck. And I think Riot tries to do that kind of as well.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, they keep throwing buffs at dragons, and it keeps being dog shit. Like,
I think
I
the
don't
other
know.
issue is that you kind of get baited into playing Targon because like
Yeah.
Dragon's Clutch is so broken, and like Age of Dragons, if you can activate it, seems like a reasonable card. The issue is like you don't want to be playing Targon. Targon doesn't give you
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it's
it
But yeah.
bizarre because, like, I mean, Crossix Hunter is like posting the like hilarious Riot Dirtle tweet of like, I forget the exact wording, but it's like,
Fucking superhighway.
yeah, we try to buff dragons every balance match. It's just like an incredible tweet. And like, to be honest, if you had asked me, I would have expected one of these buffs to work. Like, I am blown away that Dragons has yet to survive. Like,
the last time when we get the Shyvana, the Comfort, so many buffs last time, and we didn't still see any play.
I mean,
it was
like,
just so surprising.
I cannot believe that Dragons still hasn't managed to make it. But
if you just move Dragon's Clutch to Frejlord, then Dragons will instantly be tier 1.
oh yeah,
unironically. Right, just has to do that. Just move it to Frejlord forehead.
Yeah, Glacial Saurian can be a dragon now. Sure, why not?
That's guys.
You can play with dragons. Saurion's a good enough card. I mean, if it didn't fight for Screeching in like the slot, the issue is like Dragons just is missing like curve.
Yeah, like I don't agree with that.
Yeah, Targon kind of has this problem because, like, I mean, I guess I would. If I go to Builder, oh, that's the wrong tab. If I go to Builder and I like go find dragons, like all of the cheap ones are in Targon or like Shadow Isles, which are like not playable. Yeah, if you're like not playing Targon, like you just don't have a dragon before turn 4, and that's only Shyvana.
I was looking at dragons. I'm like, so like Screeching's a reasonable card. White Flame's like a reasonable card too.
Yeah.
And you start looking at it, it's like, shit, is the next best like dragon to like fill out a curve? Is it Seraphic Wyvern? Like what the fuck?
I mean, you can play these like 4-drop dragons that are like passable. I mean, I think
if there was a good 4-drop dragon, like I think that this deck would be good. There just isn't.
Yeah.
Or another good 3-drop.
We have Shyvana, right? But yeah, you just need Shyvana now. I think if you have Shyvana on curve, I think dragons are fine by the way now. But
yeah, if we pick our hand, but you have to have like more than one 4-drop, right?
Yeah.
Copium.
Yeah. Are there any like? There's no low curve ones that are like hanging around in Eternal, right? Yeah, no. They're just like.
We could play Grinzo, bro. Grinzo goes crazy.
I mean,
Dragon Prince.
I am not above looking at like, could I play like Grinzo in Scouts and get like the 6-mana Dragon Rally girl? Like, I was looking at that for a period of time.
Oh, I wasn't know about that, but it's pretty fire.
If there was any other dragon that you could put in that deck, maybe. But there's none.
You could theoretically play Screeching Dragon and be really unhappy about it, but
bro, if you're putting Screeching in your Scouts deck, like it's over.
Yeah.
Like you should play like Gwenno Screeching, man. Like the difference is crazy.
Yeah, if you were allowed to play only Grinzo as your dragon and you could like reliably have Rally Girl activated, it probably would be fine. The problem is like only 3 Grinzos is not good enough. If there was what's it called? It's not an actual dragon, but the 2-drop Egghead Researcher. They rotated this guy. It would have solved all our problems.
Would you play it?
Solved all our problems, Copium, surely.
Dude, this guy beats ass with a CS. Who gives a shit what your 2-drop is?
Okay,
yeah.
Sure. Good point. It's fucking CS, man. But
let's look at the actual cards that came out.
Yeah.
So Nox got its thing.
Yeah.
Adnir here is it summons the 1/1 that when it supports something gets the stats of the things it's supporting. So it's a big combo card. Battle Fury, Pog. Alawi, Pink Alawi, I think is the other one I was thinking of. But there's definitely interesting things to do with this card, right?
Yeah, this card is complicated enough that I'm like not entirely sure if it's good or not. Like, it's definitely close enough that I wouldn't just write it off, but it's also far enough off that I feel like it's I don't know. If you want to cook, I feel like this is fertile grounds to cook.
I feel like the issue with this card in Standard is that we don't have Twin Disciplines. if you had Twin to protect the kid, like this card's probably good. But without Twin, like, are we spending Wuju on this? It's a little ugly.
I
Yeah.
think Infinite will cook something with this. That's something I think like
Yeah.
there's something definitely
True.
behind this. My issues were, but I think I'm definitely I will definitely wait for Infinite something to cook with. And like on turn 4, pushing a lot of pressure, spamming territory and then getting basically I don't know how much you can get like reliable stats on turn 4, for example, with the one drop. That's like something gonna be very interesting. And if it's like a knife, I don't know, it's 5/5 or something like that, then it can be like amazing deck. Yeah.
Yeah, I do want to slightly criticize the flavor because like all the goddamn time when you play this card, you're gonna play Rusticles and he's gonna come with his kids, and you're just gonna watch the kids just like eat shit immediately. And Rusticles will be like, I understand.
No, you gotta
though,
run protection, man. It's a
uh,
Battle Fury deck. You're gonna Sky Splitter them. Don't worry. It's
it's
all
like,
gonna be okay.
I understand the flavor of like we got dad and kids like need to be small because of dad, but like I'm really not a fan of the flavor of like summon Rusticles. He watches his kids die like 80% of the time.
Oh my god, dude.
What
Why do you have
are you
to?
doing? I wasn't thinking about this, but sure, it is. Like I guess you enjoy something like that. Something I do. Does this card have VFX? That like, I
Does it
guess
have
I
like
don't
voice
know.
actor? I
Mhm.
don't think so, but it does have flavor text. Are you able to check the flavor text of the Add
Oh
Near
yeah.
Xavierus?
AR might have it. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because it may or may not reference someone in the community, which is pretty cool.
Oh my god.
And like Rusticle, I saw it, but like Rusticle's confirmed that like it was very close to your sub alert message, and Rusticle's was like, I cannot handle it being that close and not being the sub alert.
Yeah, Rascal's the homie, man.
Yeah.
My shit's actually referenced in official card art or in official flavor text, which I mean it's canon, right? This is all canon.
Oh, it's our canon. Good point. Like actually, I gotta exist in World of Frontier.
Let's
Okay.
go. Let's go.
I am immediately DMing the most insufferable League of Legends Wild Rift Twitter accounts so that they can talk about how their game gets absolutely nothing and how it's egregious that an LOR content creator is a part of mainstream canon.
Yeah.
Um,
And that's it. Yeah,
Hey,
that's yeah, exactly.
bro,
If
when I get mentioned in a Necrit video, that means that I've made it, right? That'll be
did you see that there was
yeah,
a recent Twitter like fiasco of like they weren't anyone that was like has significant clout or something, but someone unironically said like Legends of Runeterra gets more resources than League of Legends.
yeah,
And
that
I
was
was
the
like,
meme. Yeah, I thought, like yeah. That's like
excuse me?
no.
Like,
I don't know, man. But that's the fucking leak part. That's so
yeah,
delusional because there's like the Jin skin that was supposed to be on the TFT. It's actually LR now as well. So,
yeah,
that's pretty cool. But I don't
yeah.
know.
I mean, it was
Oh,
part of a broader complaint about like Wild Rift gets more resources than League of Legends, besides League of Legends being like probably more culturally relevant, although it's hard to say with like East Asia markets. Um, but it was just like bizarre where it's like, okay, I think it's like at least defendable for like a League of Legends players to talk about how it's like unfair that Wild Rift gets X amount of resources and they don't. Like as soon as you're sitting
here.
there
I'm
like
putting it in.
LOR gets more, they're like,
yeah, that's crazy.
excuse me?
But
I
to be
put
honest,
in
like,
the live discussion if you want to pull up the tweet, but
Oh yeah.
it is a little silly. I think that it's league players and TFT players are fucking delusional on the
Yeah.
amount of support that their games receive. And they don't know what's happening in Legend of Runeterra. That's all I know is none of these players have ever played Legend of Runeterra.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I felt like something that is obvious that like I think BaJAtak makes crazy amount of money in Asia because I like people spend money there on the mobile games especially, and that's exactly what BaJAtak
Yeah.
is. So I'm not
I
surprised that it gets so much like and it looks so cool.
yeah, I actually got there's a person who's like relatively high up on NA ladder. I mean, maybe I could go find them. But they basically added me with the like friend add button, and they were like, "Hey, do you know when this game is going to release in China? Because I really want to play it, like officially." And it was like,
Oh, really?
"Yeah, I mean, there's like, I think it was this person."
That's so funny. It is
Like,
crazy that it hasn't released in China. I mean, yeah, even like Wild Rift is in China, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean, someone at Riot presumably knows why it hasn't released in China, but like
Yeah.
realistically, we're just sitting here like, um, they submitted it. They keep getting art censored for specific China stuff because if you don't know, like China has specific rules to them that aren't replicated in other like Southeast Asian countries.
Like no blood and
Oh,
stuff.
really?
I
Because I know
believe
that like
China's skeletons. Other places have the same
Skeleton, okay.
blood censor, but
Oh, okay.
I
because I
believe
know we get like Vietnam sensors and shit like that too, right? Like
yeah, there's sensors that are used outside of China, and there's sensors that are specific to China. So we know
interesting.
that like since we continue to see censored art, they're presumably still pursuing a Chinese release, or they wouldn't bother doing the Chinese specific sensors.
Mhm.
Um, so no clue what's going on. They obviously haven't talked publicly. Someone at Riot probably knows, but I think that's like a big thing that's causing
We-
problems for LOR, where it's like there's this big market that A likes card games, B likes mobile games, C is fucking huge,
Mhm.
which is like don't release there. It's like, what are we doing? I mean, I
Yeah.
Talked
believe that
about it
it's
like
not.
in one.
Mm,
We
uh,
talked about it like in one of the earlier episodes. So I would like, yeah, sure. We definitely know it sucks, and like we're hoping for the twist, but I would focus on new cards because I think they're
Okay.
maybe more hype.
Okay. Back to new cards.
I-
PNZ Dragon. It says draw a card, so it seems broken, huh?
yeah, it's totally broken, and I just want to know,
My
does it
issue.
like replace burning the card?
Wait,
I
do you
don't know.
think
No,
this card's
no,
actually good?
it
I
still
No,
burns.
no,
No,
this
it
card's
doesn't.
dog shit.
Yeah, this card
okay,
is
okay, I'm
bad.
making
But my thing
sure.
is like, why? I don't think that's my issue with this card. It doesn't instant. There will be like need to be word instant, right? It the other one, but it still burns the card, and that's my issue with this card. So I think this card is just unplayable. Or like
If
maybe
this
Can you
card,
neutral
see
playable.
if this card
how do,
Karina Veraza, where it like dead one to their entire board and their nexus for each card you burned, I would like maybe think this card is playable.
okay, okay. To be fair, this card does say draw one for every spell you play. So like we could probably pretty reasonably like go infinite on this card like pretty often. At least in Eternal, right?
Like,
Um
but yeah, sure.
well yeah, it costs
Oh.
8 mana, but I mean these are all so the one thing that we're gonna need to keep in mind is every single card on this list that came out other than Adnir is Titanic, which means that it will likely be cheated out. Like
Mhm.
none of these cards actually cost the amount that they say they cost.
But the good point that you said the infinite. Is this an infinite action infinite?
I think you can
Maybe.
I don't know if you play in infinite, but like with one glorious evolution, this card absolutely goes infinite. Like 1
Yeah,
trillion% this card goes infinite.
I can see that. Is it good? And
Um
maybe
it's
I even
interesting. It's a
I've
funny
made
card.
it in like I made the tiers of the new cards and I put it like in C tier. I don't think this is one of the. I think this is one of the like worst ones, but I can see some potential with it.
This card would be a lot better if its stats were swapped. 6
Mhm.
HP is a little rough. 8 HP in PNZ that draws a card every time you play a spell would be kind of cool.
That would be premium stat line though, Aikado. So that
I
would be
think it'd
good.
be
Wait, you're
cool.
right. I'm sorry. Maybe we could make it a 3/8 or something.
Uh,
Um
I'm just like real dubious on like you show me an 8 mana card and it like needs help to win the game. Like
Yeah,
I'm
that
out.
doesn't win the
I
game. Mhm. And
okay, okay. Sure,
right
sure.
next to it, we have
Uh
the card that wins
this
yeah,
the
card's
game.
fucked. Like,
The whole.
I okay, so 8 mana 8/8.
yeah.
When I first read this card, I thought that it summoned 2 thralls and
And it
then counted them
advances
down
them too,
2.
like
I was like,
Lissandra.
okay, that's yeah, this card's terrible. And then I read it, and it says no, it advances them to 2.
Yeah.
So it goes all the way down to 2. So you play this card on like turn 6 or something. You have an 8/8, so you're winning board. And then 2 turns, you're gonna get 2 more 8/8. So you are never losing board.
Mhm.
This card's a little good, and it's in the sigil region. You don't even have to go out of
Yeah,
region to
exactly.
cheat
That's the
this
thing.
out.
Like,
I
I
also
just
Oh,
remember, like, it has everything. Like, it's so good. It doesn't cost 8 mana, the basics, so you can easily cheat it like 10-6, 10-5. Like, man, this card is just by far the best new. And, like, my issue, I saw this card, and then I lost interest in all of the other new cards because
yeah,
I just saw this. So, like, I
yeah.
don't know.
I also think it's like really important that Harbinger of Thralls, the like 2 mana 2/2 that countdowns all thralls, is in region. Like we don't have to go and play like the Shurima advance cards to like cheat the thralls. We're like you play 2 sigils, you play this card on turn 6, you don't have attack token, you go to your turn, they count down to 1, you play
but
Harbinger of
like,
Thralls and
I
attack
hear
for
you.
24. Like what the fuck?
I hear you, and it's really funny I think it's very unlikely that this card gets run
Yeah.
with any other Thralls cards. I
I
think you
think-
just play this in a mid-range deck. I think it just says you win the board.
I do think it's good in a mid-range deck. I think this card will see play with exactly Lysandra and exactly
Maybe.
Harbinger of Thralls. I don't
Yeah,
think you care to
Lysandra's
play
the
any
big
other
one.
ones.
Yeah, maybe Harbinger, but like you don't really want Harbinger. Like, okay, if you have to play it as a 2-drop, it's gonna like fuck up your board space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be shocked to see Harbinger get dropped, but Harbinger is a bird as well, and like we can continue to abuse Glacial Saurian.
Oh fuck me, dude. Oh no. Okay, yeah. No, anyway, so Frejlord, spoiler alert, got 0 nerfs, got buffs, and got the fucking best 8-drop in the game. So I'm not saying standard's fucked, but standard's fucked.
Also,
thing
selling
with
point of
Aikado.
this thingy, or from the others, from the example the Chemtech Drake, is that this unit can die, and it still does the throws thingy, right? Does the thingy. You still have 8/8 that can die whatever. You know, you don't care. This card is crazy, like by
Yeah.
far the
Oh.
best card.
Okay.
This card is a little bit messed up, yeah.
Shurima, 5 mana 9/6, fearsome, spell shield. To play me, kill an ally or one of your mana gems 3 times. So you still have to spend 5 mana on it.
Yeah.
Potentially you eat 3 of your mana gems just to get a 9/6, which is very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also apparently you can like kill 2 units and 1 spell mana, what I've heard.
Yeah.
Or, like,
Okay.
1 mana.
If I have to kill 3 allies to put this card into play, I'm not putting this card into play.
I think this card is probably like a kill 2 units and then kill a mana gem, or kill 1 unit and 2 mana gems. I think that's usually how it's gonna get played.
And that's my question, like, do I play this on Ancient Crocodile that is 4 mana 7/7, kills 2 allies? You know? I think Ancient
Okay.
Crocodile is like, that my thinking with this guy. I think just Ancient Crocodile is better than this.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. No, it has 2 keywords. It's so much better.
Neither of them
Ancient
are
Crocodile
overwhelmed.
has fearsome. Ancient Crocodile has fearsome.
That's
Do you
true.
know that? Like,
Oh wait, Crocodile has fearsome now?
Yeah,
Wait,
they
no, it
buffed
doesn't.
it,
No,
yeah,
it doesn't.
they-
You're lying to me. You're lying to me. Ancient Crocodile does not have fearsome.
it does.
Was this the timelines buff?
Yes. And
Oh,
imagine if you play
no.
into timelines, they do combat cook into
Okay,
into
wait a
Crocodile,
second. Wait a second.
into Seraphine biggest fan into the 5-drop. Like,
Okay, no, I see where you're coming from. And Spell Shield still. Spell Shield's cool.
Yeah, I feel like this card is worse than Crocodile, which is a
Holy
pretty low
shit.
bar.
Okay, counterpoint. You can play this card and the new Desert Wrath on curve, right? You play Desert Wrath and then you eat both of them for your Dune Swallower, which it's swallowing the dunes. It's eating the sand. That's like it's even.
I would be curious about this card and optimistic if it let you play it killing 1 ally. You tell me I have to kill 3. Yeah, but I have to kill 2 mana
kill 1
gems.
ally.
I have to kill 2 mana.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not worth it. Never.
Do you know
Okay,
how
okay.
budgets are like valuable? Like, okay, like what is the
Okay,
home of this card, right? It's something like Kinder Nasus. I think we got, by the way, a lot of tools from Kinder Nasus. I don't know if I guess we're gonna talk about them later, but maybe something like that. But once again, I think just Crocodile is better probably than that.
That's a crazy fucking sentence. Crocklith's better than anything. Okay. Yeah, we'll see on this one. Kingfisher, big ass boat, 9 mana 8/8. When I'm summoned, you draw 1 of every single champion in your deck, and then first time you play a champion each round, you rally.
This card
1 mana
spooks
rally.
me. I mean, you need to be playing like 1 mana champions so that you could like play this card on turn 10 and just immediately rally.
Yeah, Lucian.
Wait, you're falling into the trap. You see the number 9? This card is not getting played on turn 9. This
Yeah.
card's getting played on turn 7.
That's my like issue, I think, with this card. Like, once again, man, I don't know. It's just my issue. I just see this card, sure, but I see the card above it, and that just, in my opinion, just powerful effect. And this card just can die. It can get, I don't know, Equinox.
I mean,
I don't know.
I understand the concern of like they silence this, but I think this card is a lot closer to this one than you think, because like you just play this card and draw 4 cards. And they're all good cards.
You do draw a lot of cards. Which I think is really cool, by the way.
Sure. Like, you draw 4, but you're playing like most garbage deck if you don't draw this. I don't know. Like, I get you, but
No, you're just playing Demacia Frejlord.
Yeah.
You're playing the normal shit. You hate all your champions anyway, so you have like a Gnar, a Jarvan, a Galio, a Udyr, whatever, right? and then you just draw them all, and you're just grinding. You're
Is that
grinding,
good?
and sometimes you're gonna rally.
Is that good? I
In
don't
standard,
know.
I think it's probably
Yeah.
fine.
I mean, I
Because like
don't
the
think.
other thing is you're playing like sigil cards, right? You're playing like the
Yeah.
3-mana draw one sigil or like actual ramp, the 5-mana ramp. Like this card isn't a 9-drop. Like it says it's a 9-drop, it's not a 9-drop. You know?
100%. Yeah. I
Like,
mean,
I can see that.
I do think the Frejlord one is better, but like I don't think this card is that bad. I mean, it's not going to see Plan Eternal. I don't even know if the Frejlord one will see Plan Eternal because Eternal is a little bit fucked up.
Who knows? Frejlord, yeah. Eternals, whatever.
Yeah.
I do think that I like Kingfisher a lot because I think it's the exact type of card that like the big Timmies and Demacia want to be playing.
Yeah.
They want to be playing stupid shit that draws a lot of champions and like rallies when they play a champion. I think this is like a perfectly designed card. I say this now, you know, if it ends up being meta relevant, I'll probably fucking hate it. But right now, it feels like a very well designed card
Yeah,
to
I
like
was
target
expecting
who wants to play this.
Marshall is happy about this, so yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
Marshall. I'm sure Marshall's very happy about this.
Yeah.
Portia the Peculiar, 9 mana, 9/9, manifest the Titanic Follower. It's 1/1 and it costs 0. Just hit the Frejlord one every time and you win, or
I mean, frankly, like
Sefirsa?
looking at like Titanic followers, like they're kind of mid if you take away all their stats. And like if this had a keyword where like it did something, I don't know. I mean, like if you just straight up give a 9/9 elusive, that's a little bit fucked up. But if it's like a 5/5 with elusive, I'm like a lot more
can you
interested
go
in this
infinite
card.
on this card? Like, can it hit itself?
I don't think
They
it is.
theoretically barred cards from generating themselves way back when we were having like Bandle suit meta and people were going like telescope into telescope. That given
It'd be
how
cool,
like
though.
portals turned out and like all of a sudden play effects are just in there again,
Yeah, totally.
I fail to believe that they updated that band list. So
Also, my issues like with this guy is that you have to play Bandacity with Frejlord, like Sagios. Also, and then like you need to really hit the Citra, or maybe like Atakan is good, I guess.
yeah,
No, I don't think this card is good. I think this card is dog shit.
I think it's pretty bad.
Is like Dreadway Titanic?
Or
6.
7, right?
Pro 6. I think.
I wasn't sure. They've gone through a change of stats on so many cards to make them Titanic. I wasn't sure. Yeah, maybe not right now, but it's an interesting card. Definitely an interesting card.
Yeah.
Holy shit! It's 8 mana, 4/6.
Yeah, that thing had tiny stats the entire time, but
Yeah.
we have a sea monster dragon. That's cool.
Sefirsa, Scourge of the Deep. So when you spend mana to play another unit, create a random card in hand of equal cost, a random card in hand, so it could be a spell or a unit.
Yeah. Landmark.
And then it costs 0 and is fleeting.
I think this card is like, I don't think this card gonna be medic even in deep, but it's a good hit from like Jal Hunters, I think. Because like in deep, when you're in late game, when you're playing deep, of course that's the biggest issue of this guy, that you have to play in deep, I think. In late game in deep, the issue that you have like sea monsters, you have maybe like champion spells, and that's all you pay because you tossed your raw deck, right?
Wait,
And
maybe I'm
if you
stupid.
have,
Why are we
like,
playing this
combat
in deep?
decks, we don't
Is
play
it because it has the deep
got-
keyword on it?
Yeah.
What
No,
if we just
that's
don't
why.
play in deep?
We get it from Jal Hunters. We get it from Jal Hunters. That's the thing. Where we
Yeah,
gonna see
okay.
that.
I don't
getting
know.
some combat decks from that, I think it's pretty good to hit from Jal Hunters, but that's all I think.
I think this card
think
has
this card
hope
is-
outside of deep.
I think it's really bad in deep because in deep you want to be luring and you want to be nautilusing, right? Which
Yeah.
means that you're gonna play like a 0 mana scarab and you're gonna get nothing. You're gonna get a feral prescience. I think that
Hold up, you don't even get a feral prescience. You can't get 0 cost.
because it
cards.
costs
You had to
literally
spend
0.
mana.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, but no, I do think that this card like does a cool thing and like might be worth playing because you basically like double up your units for the turn, right? You cheat this out on like turn 6, and then you play like anything afterwards. You play a 5 mana card, you play Sorion. You know, Sorion draws you a card, and then you get another 5 mana card that you can just play.
This also isn't.
Okay.
This isn't once per turn. So you like
It's
play
also an 8/7, and when it goes deep, it's a fucking 11/10.
I think this card has more hope than people seem to think. So
I think it's a really interesting card. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's broken, but I think
Yeah.
that there's cooking potential with this.
And what's like the Bridgewater Fair?
Yeah, it's like a Lowy or something, right?
I mean, also like anything that like in Bilgewater, you have a lot of ways to like get mana back when you play stuff like a tune. And so like you
Oh,
play a
you could play with
2-drop, get a mana
Jack.
back.
You could coins.
Yeah.
Ooh. Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I have like the most hope for this card, but I don't think this card is nearly as bad as you think it is. I think this card is terrible in deep, and for the very simple reason of this card does not solve the problem of deep. If you don't draw Sea Skirp, you're playing a tier 9 deck. So like what what does this do for deep? Oh,
Yeah,
when
so
I
I don't
reached
think you made it in deep, but from Gigantes, I was just thinking. I wasn't thinking
sure,
about
I mean
mainly
it's like
Kingfisher,
fine.
to be honest.
It's
But
fine if you get it. It's just
Yeah.
kind of like wow, deep wins late game.
I mean, to be fair, deep does sometimes run out of value. I'm just not sure this necessarily fixes that. You'd rather just hit like Terror of the Tides. Like it's probably a nerf to deep because you want to hit Terror.
it's a big unit though. Like it's 11 fucking 10.
It's a
like,
fucking huge unit. This is
Yeah.
an it's crazy to me that this card should be like Titanic when you're deep, right? Why is it Titanic when you're not deep? Okay. Anyway, Spectral Ironhound.
Hey, it's
To
the
play kill an ally, and then it summons an extra guy, right?
yeah, hey, this is the like 5-drop, but not bad.
This is
yeah,
Butcher.
the five drop, but better. This is like I think this card is very good, especially things like in the Nasus. You very often have like things like Undying, right? You use it on that. Also, funny thing with this card, you can soul cleave it because you don't need to kill ally to summon the 6-drop. So I don't know,
Uh,
maybe some cooking.
I mean, I do generally agree with your take. The problem is like this card is like has no shot in the Eternal version, and in Standard, like the self-slay archetype is just non-existent. So
I think this is a good attempt at like Shalana, I think. Like I think it's like giving you 2 big units. I wouldn't be like that it's unplayable in Eternal. I can see that. But of
I
course,
think the,
if somebody
the
like if there's aggro and stuff, maybe not. I don't know.
I think the biggest issue with this card is that unlike a lot of these, you can't throw this card in Frejlord. This is just like not like a sigil card at all.
yeah,
This is like, trying to exist in its own archetype of, like Shurima self-kill or something. So like it really does cost 6 mana. And like when it really costs 6 mana, maybe it might be good.
hey, it did buff She Who not She Who Wanders, They Who Endure, the original Bale Threader. So now you can play self-slay in Freljord.
Orc?
Yeah, or not. That'd be cool too. You could just No, I think it's an interesting card. I think it might end up seeing play. I'm not sure if Eternal's where it's at, but I do think it's a cool card.
Also, I think I forgot to mention about the 5-drop is Vaults of Helia, by the way. I've like it's kind of fun.
Oh shit! Well, you can Helia out the
This
5-drop with Spell Shield.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, this card, I don't know. The Helia problem with this card is that it's occupying the same slot as
This is not the
Nasus,
Helia
which is
No,
like
no, not this
unacceptable.
card. The other card.
Oh yeah, the other
bad
one.
Crocklet.
I mean, the 5-drop, the Rampaging Boky, I always thought that one was like a pretty reasonable 5-drop filler.
Yeah.
And you never want to draw the other
Yeah.
guy, but it'd be funny.
Yeah,
You
the
know.
It's
4-drop
funny. I don't
slot
think
was
it's
the one
like-
that was
yeah.
like just straight trash no matter what you did, right?
Yeah, there was one more fighter.
It's like
Which one?
5-drop. Well, in like Vaults of Halia, because you needed a 4-drop. and,
You
like,
just play Crockless.
all
No,
the
you
options were
you
just
play your
so
Helia
bad.
on 4 now because it's 4 mana, right?
It's
It's
5
5
mana.
now.
Oh, it's 5 mana? Oh yeah, that shit's unplayable. My bad.
Yeah, I mean, what the hell was the best option here? I mean, there was like
It was
Vagar.
just
Vhagar.
Rock
It
Bears,
was
right?
Vhagar. It was
It was
I mean,
just
Vhagar.
Rock Bears.
You prayed to Jesus Christ himself. You got to skip 4 because the options were terrible.
Yeah.
Vhagar was good
Uh,
because we were playing the 8-drop, right? But
Yeah, Vagar was passable. Like, I feel like Vagar probably was the best one. You could also do like Grave Companion, but like the options were terrible. Like, we weren't happy with any of them.
Okay. How about Veiled Protector, huh? 5 mana,
Right.
4/5. I'm summoned, or you summon a Titanic ally, heal your Nexus 3.
Oh wait,
There's a lot of
sorry.
healing in this
So
deck.
like, no, this is so bad.
I think this card is fine. I think this
A
card
lot of healing.
Yeah, I think this card stabilizes you pretty well, but
Doesn't accomplish what you want to do. It doesn't help you with that TM pawn. No, I don't know.
Maybe. It's just like a unit you can slam down the mid game. It's not once per turn, so if you kiss a homie something, then you can heal 6, pog.
Oh my god.
yeah, I mean, my opinion on this is kind of like okay, we're playing like Frejlord Targon because we're playing Titanics, and this card's fucked up. So like, I'm not losing to control because I just like put this card into play and they cry, and I'm not losing to mid range because I put this card into play and they cry. I got some suspect problems into aggro. This card does seem like it might solve aggro.
I get you in that way, but I still think you can use different things. That's gonna be better. It's gonna be cheaper, and it's gonna just help you more. I think.
Maybe we'll have to see. Yeah. Other than that, cool. The new cards, 0 spells, kind of depression. It's just lots of big units, but that's okay. It's fine.
Probably will.
All right,
Classic.
are you ready to go into nerfs?
Yeah.
Divine Whirlwind. This is the nerf that I've been asking for. Since Janna came out, was Divine Whirlwind
Ah,
to ping 1 to face instead of 2.
yeah,
Big nerf.
I'm a little bit dubious on this nerf specifically because there's like other not so aggressive Janna decks that still seem slightly problematic to me. Although Janna herself got nerfed and that kind of clears it up a lot. I do like this
Yeah.
nerf for Divine Whirlwind. It was just kind of like if this is the only thing, I'd be like, a little dubious.
I think this is a great nerf. Like, I think that we're very rapidly hitting, just having way too much burn in PNZ. And like, there were a lot of times where even when I'm playing the tempo version of Janna, I'm just like keeping up on board by like removing all their shit. And then I look at their HP and it's like, oh, they're 8 HP. I don't know when that happened, but I guess they're in burn range now.
Also nerf for Houseman. Something to mention that Houseman is worse now thanks to
Yeah.
this.
I think Helmsman is still like good enough. But like what probably happens is like just getting Temple down probably doesn't win you the game anymore. You have to like actually play for board at least a little bit. You have to pretend to engage with the game, which is probably a good thing.
Compare them with Janna anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like this change.
7 on playback card.
I mean, it's
Cosmic Call is literally unplayable now, right?
Yeah, I really find it bizarre that so you decide that like, okay, Cosmic Call is like a little bit fucked up. We need to rein this in. Why wouldn't you like throw a small invoke on the big option or a mid invoke where it's like, okay, the really fucked up shit is where you play Cosmic Call and you hit Living Legend. As long as we call that, like, it's probably okay. And it's like,
to be fair, if you got a small invoke, that's probably a buff to the card. So like maybe
not so
No.
on like the 2-cost one, yeah, I agree. That's a buff to the card. On the big one, the thing is like I felt like 90% of Cosmic Call's power was like if you hit Living Legends, your opponent just like
just hitting
dies.
LL, but like having like insane stabilization power. We've unnerfed like every single small invoke card, and like they're all kind of fucking good. I think it would. Yeah,
I don't think changing
nerf.
it to a small invoke when you 8 cast it would be a buff. If it also gave you a small invoke when you played it for 2, that would definitely be an overall buff. But
maybe
like
I do think that like this card's probably just unplayable.
Maybe like some monument, the Epiphany, maybe that's because you have so much time in that deck, maybe.
We just don't play his card. We just play Victor Felios with like shapings. And like we just play like the normal deck and like we just pretend Cosmic Call never existed. Like the deck might still exist, it just doesn't play Cosmic Call anymore.
Cosmic Call paid for the Eternal Sins. It's gonna pay for like standard Cosmic Call because I think that it was very interesting. And yeah, it's also gone.
Yeah, I mean, I really just dislike this change because I felt like literally the entire problem with Cosmic Call was Living Legends. And if you just like made Living Legends say refill the amount you spent on me, I think that's a fine change. Like Asol 2.
Nerf Asol.
So I don't really believe that I'm nerfing Asol because like if you have Asol 2 and you play Living Legends and you play 8 Celestials, like you still fucking won the game.
Okay, but like to be fair, I do think that it is a nerf to Asol because like if Asol dies, you can't play those cards.
Yeah.
Well, like, when does that happen? I have to like play Asol 2. My opponent instantly removes him on the stack, and I picked Living Legends off my Asol.
Well, so it would be like, okay, so like Asol flips, right? We go into your turn, you're happy. You play a big unit because you know you get to spend your mana, right? And then like I kill Asol, and like on the stack you LL, and it doesn't refill your mana, right?
Okay.
It happens because you kill him on stack when it doesn't actually like it's not that nerf, so it's still a good point.
Yeah. I also so I don't really think this is a relevant nerf to Asol. I also don't think Asol is relevant in balance discussions. So like fuck.
Aesol also wasn't playing Cosmic Call, so I mean, but I guess like LL off, yeah,
Yeah, and it's like I don't know. My other frustration is like obviously the dream with Cosmic Call is like you play Cosmic Call, you play Living Legends, you get a huge hand of cheap Celestials, and you get to play a lot of them. And it's like, is Living Legends only refilling 5 mana really killing that dream? I don't think so. You still get to play a bunch of free, cheap, well, not free, but like cheap Celestials. So like, can we just like cut down on the real bullshit part where like my opponent with 7 mana is like Celestial, Celestial, LL, go back up to 7 mana, Celestial, 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 and you're like, fuck this.
Yeah.
Especially like the dumb thinking when opponents are also finding another LL with star shaping. Yeah, it's just,
Yeah. It's very bizarre to me because it's like very clear to me that the issue was specifically Cosmic Call and Living Legends, and we were like, well, fuck Cosmic Call. It's like, I mean, the rest of this card was fine. You could have left the rest of it. Like, I guess like Cosmic Call into like Great Beyond is a little bit annoying, but like, I don't know, flashbacks to like 2021 where people were just playing Great Beyond and that was their win con. So
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I have more complaints, but let's look at all the nerfs first, and then I can have a bigger complaint. Janna, from having to see 6 reduced cards to 8, which is probably very reasonable. You were sometimes flipping Jin on 5, almost always flipping around 6. Now that number is 7 or 8, and like that's probably very reasonable.
Yeah,
Janna's good.
I really like that change.
It's so good, yeah. It still doesn't change the main power of her, but like, yeah, the level up on turn 5 was it was so stupid, right? Like, it happened sometimes, and like
it happened an unreasonable amount of times.
yeah, like just few mariners, and it was a thing, yeah. So
yeah,
I'm happy.
I think it's super reasonable. And then CS got nerfed back to 9 mana. So the history of CS is very, very funny.
Yeah,
you know,
it is hilarious to me how
released
bad
it. What, 8 mana +4/+4, give everything scout.
Yeah,
and then they pushed it to 9 mana, and then they said, okay, well we'll make it 8 mana again, but let's take out the scout. And they said, okay, fuck that shit. It's just 9. It's 9 mana.
And I still think it's still good in my opinion. Like it thinks like Galio or something like that. I think this card is competitive playable. Of course, I think like scouts might be a little bit worse, but
so I think Galio doesn't have another choice. They played what, like one of this card? They'll still play one of this card. Oh yeah. I think that this is like a nerf that hits Janna, and like Janna's cheating it. Yeah. So Janna Teemo like wasn't a great deck. It was like fine. And like with the other nerfs, we're probably just not playing that deck anymore. The big thing is this hits Scouts. Scouts is fucked. Scouts was sort of like hitting way above its like weight class by, you know, having CS. It's the only way that it was beating a lot of these like mid-range matchups that it historically hasn't beaten. Scouts has not seen any play since Aatrox came out, except for this patch.
Yeah.
And it peeked its head up for a second, and it got fucking shot.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I definitely understand the complaint that you're having with like Scouts, and also like Donut on Twitter had this take of like, if you kill CS, you just kill Demacia. I understand that complaint, but like, I don't know. It feels like the Nami situation where like what they did to Nami was the right choice. Just like fucking take her out back, shoot her, and figure out how to fix her later. And it's like, this card is rancid. We probably don't want to have it around. Just fix the problem and like figure out how to solve Demacia with the time that you have. Don't leave this shit.
To be fair, 100%. I hate CS. And I think that's one of like the worst cards to have been released in this game ever.
Yeah.
I think that the damage it's done to Demacia has been unrivaled in terms of like the direction that's pushed the game and the direction it's pushed that region. And I think that's not a good card to like have to balance around. So I'm definitely down to gut this card. My concern is that there isn't a whole lot else going on there. And my other concern is that like the direction that new cards in Demacia have been going isn't like one that, you know, I think it's just an overall design issue.
I do think we'll generally agree on problems with standard. Standard is a little samey.
Big. So like real quick, you know, those are the 4 nerfs we got. So it's 3 nerfs to Janna decks, and then an unprinting of Cosmic Call. Sky Splitter, Frejlord seem like they're gonna be pretty good. We have a last chance qualifier on this patch, and I'm looking, and there's no nerfs to Frejlord. And Frejlord was kind of the best region, and mid range seems really fucking good. And I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, unironically, if I was like exploring this patch immediately, I would just look at 9x Boadir lineups. I think this card is fucked up enough to maybe justify that. And well, in standard, to be clear.
That's what allows you. That's the thing about funny thing, that this card allows you because the signatures are in the same region that this card is. Like
Yeah,
Yeah,
my main my main concern is that like I think this card is really fucked up. And I also think it's fucked up in the thing that you have to be doing in standard, which is just slug it out for the board. And like I'm not entirely sure how you beat this without just like going down that same path. If I'm just slugging it out on board, what am I doing? Like,
like I don't know, like I'm just you just like my tactic for my last chance qualifier. Thank you. There's it. I'm not getting to Rose, thanks to, but I just don't know
no
how.
problem.
Yeah, I do agree with it. I don't know how any standard deck beats this. Like Janna just fucking dies to this. I don't know. Like
here's an issue that I have is I feel like sometimes we'll have one Spellslinger deck at a time pop up and like be good. You know, it's Janna this time. Sometimes it's Seraphine. Sometimes it's Karma. One deck pops up, ooh, and it gets fucking shot. Mid-range though, the entire rest of the meta, we always have like 10 mid-range decks, and they're always just like these fucking unit slam decks. And these unit slam decks like consistently are just like the best thing to be doing. And even when they're not the literal best, you know, we have that one Spellslinger deck. It's just all this fucking mid-range shit, and we're just stuck falling back down to the mid-range shit because we keep nerfing anything that can beat it. I don't know. I'm very frustrated, to be honest with you.
So I kind of would push back on that because like I actually think these nerfs are pretty deserved. The stuff that they nerfed, I think, deserve nerfs.
I think they're reasonable. I just fucking hate standard.
Okay, cool, great. I definitely can get behind the thing of like these nerfs were good, but like where the fuck are the unit nerfs?
I just feel like my side's getting shot every single patch, and I'm staring down Jax Orn again for fucking 7 months straight. I'm so done staring down Jax Orn. You hit Heimer Jace. You took Heimer Jace, and you're making me play into Jax Orn? Dude, come on. Fuck.
I am down with this take because like Jax Orn needs to just shuffle on, do something else. I don't know. I like Glacial Saurian specifically. I think that card encourages play like games that I'm enjoying, but like so much of the meta is just like curve out units, play my like broken combat tricks, and just like slug units into each other. And it's like
I don't think I would hate Jax Orn as much if it didn't feel like the whole meta was the same. Of just like throwing a bunch of mid-range units. I want more ways to play the game and more ways to engage with the game. Aggro does not exist, and if a combo or control deck comes up, it gets shot fast. So it's like we keep falling back into this meta of just a bunch of mid-range shit. And like maybe we won't fall back into that. We have every single time, but maybe we won't fall back into that. You know, it's just like now I don't have Samira to save me. Janna's eating nerfs. Like the Janna mid-range matchups were like pretty fucking close. The Janna did bullshit, and Janna deserved a nerf, and I'm fine with nerfing Janna. It just feels like there's a lot of limited ways to play the game, especially in standard. And like, fuck me if the mid-range stuff doesn't get hit ever. It's just I don't know.
yeah,
the package is just crazy. Yeah, I agree with that. Like,
I can definitely agree with the like complaint about mid-range, particularly in standard, where like I feel like we've had one good standard meta since we had standard, and it was like broken Samira, like full blown
literal first
Samira.
one with full broken Samira, full broken Karma, and we're playing like Seraphine and shit, right? It was a fun meta.
Yeah, and then since then, like, and I don't know, maybe if you go back then, like mid range wasn't great, but like I felt like all you really needed to do was like add a little bit of mid range to that meta, and the meta would have been like great for everybody.
Even
involved.
then, weren't we still playing like a ton of mid-range stuff? Wasn't like Leona really fucking good? Wasn't Samira enabling like Varus?
So
Like,
I do think Leona was like this kind of dubious area between aggro and mid range at that point.
fair.
Like it was playing like triple Raveler and triple Leona, so it's like hard to call a deck with like 6 very big 5-drops like aggro, but it was also like playing a bunch of rear guards and shit. Like I don't know.
it was aggro, right? That's what I was thinking. Like I said, like this is not only issue about like the spell singers. Like I can also mention, like aggro doesn't also exist. It's just mid range. Like that's the thing. There's like
Well,
only mid-range players are satisfied currently.
And
No
it's not even
combo, no
interesting mid-range.
control, no aggro. Like
yeah, I mean, my comment
The
about
interesting I'm sorry, the interesting mid-range is getting pushed out by the existence of Sky Splitter. Like, I can't even play Aatrox Vayne.
yeah,
That's an interesting mid-range deck, and I can't fucking play it.
it does remind me a lot of a frustration. I don't remember what exactly caused this frustration, but I had this complaint of like anything interesting gets nerfed like stupid fast. And then we get left with like I remember specifically complaining about Rumble Vayne, where like what happened to Vayne really frustrated me because it was like Vayne Jax, interesting deck. Maybe not the most interesting, but it was reasonably interesting. Aatrox Vayne, excellent, very interesting deck. I love that deck. Vayne Zed, very interesting deck. And they were like, absolutely none of that's allowed to exist. You're allowed to play Kane Vayne, Kane Aatrox, which was like dull as a sack of shit, and like Rumble Vayne, which was the most miserable deck I've seen in a long time. And it was like, why did like Kane Aatrox was fucked up, Vayne Rumble was fucked up. Why does the interesting stuff get nerfed stupid fast, and the boring stuff is just like, yeah, that's fine. You can have that for 9 months. Like, that. We're gonna have fucked up decks around. Can we at least have them be interesting? So,
Like, I am willing to forgive so much shit if the deck is fun or if it makes fun games. I'm willing to forgive like egregious shit that a deck does if it's fun. And like I will take like these like really boring decks, and if they're really strong, I'm gonna hate them 10 times more.
yeah.
Because like if it doesn't create fun games for me, personally, then like I'm not gonna have a good time, and I'm just gonna be like, dude, fuck, I'm so fucking done with Jax Orn.
Yeah.
But the issue is, it's not a Jax Orn issue because like if I had fucking 4 months of Formidables, I'd be complaining about Formidables
Yeah.
too, right? Like it's the same fucking deck, it's the same shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd like point to stuff at like what happened to Samira as like my real complaint, because Samira, up until like the actual final nerf, was definitely playable. But like every nerf that happened to Samira, we cut out like some of the texture to her design, where it was like, first off, it's like you want to play Samira with Pantheon, well, she can't give Challenger or anything else, so you're not doing that. You want to play Samira in like non-aggression decks, well, like we're gonna cut out like all outs and stuff and prevent you from being able to protect stuff with Samira. So you're gonna be attacking with Samira and trying to get damage through, and that's all you're gonna do with her. And it just like kept on happening where we kept on cutting out stuff that was going on until we were left with like aggro and essentially all in Samira decks, where you have like Samira Varus that was like busted in fucking half that had Samira, and just like a nothing of a deck without her. And it's like, I mean, she was more balanced at the end of this process than at the start of this process, but like I really not a fan.
I think that Samira's like a hard puzzle to like fix from any sort of balance perspective. She kind of came in with a lot of broken shit.
Yeah.
But like Samira was still fun. And like even when Samira was broken and I'm like, grr, Samira, I'm still enjoying a lot of the decks that she's in. And like she had enough flexibility that I'm happy with her. But like I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to get my complaints through, fuck standard, blah blah blah. Buffs though, Swain getting a little bit back. Proud of our boy.
At some point, this
13
will go to
damage?
12, right?
Why isn't it? I don't know. Like, where is it for?
You got the new dragon. The dragon does 4 damage. That's basically flipping him.
It's so bad. Like, Sven is still unplayable. Whatever. Go next.
If you play Volibear spell, it flips him instantly. That's cool.
It doesn't. It's Volibear spells 12.
Well, it's with 4 units on board. What do you mean? We'll find something.
Why is Sven so bad? Why isn't he 12, man?
Dame the spoiler. This card was fucking unplayable. So I mean, there's Overwhelm
It's
now.
better,
That's cool.
but issue that this card needs Summer, and Summer is
Oh yeah.
unplayable. So...
Oh fucking Samira.
Whatever. Yeah.
Dedekin. Did you see the tweet from Red, by the way, where Vietnam pushed out all the patch notes an hour early? So when you Google Translate, it has Overwhelm. Google translated from Vietnamese is overpowered. So what the change was for Dave the Despoiler was not old is not overpowered, new is overpowered. And I was like, oh shit, okay, that's a good fucking change.
That's incredible.
I haven't
Uh,
seen that. I even didn't know that they leaked it, to be honest. So.
Yeah, it was
Wait,
leaked an hour
it has
early.
overwhelm? Wait, what? It doesn't have overwhelm, no?
no. We're talking about
It's
Dame.
without.
Yeah,
Oh,
Dame.
you mean on Dame? Oh, yeah. But
Yeah.
the decant is it's getting 1 health. Woohoo! So
Yeah.
you have big meatball that does nothing. That kills your hand. Whatever. I think
This
this
card
card's
does
not.
feel like I don't know. This card feels like it should be okay.
Is it? Do you think so? Actually, that I don't like. I get it if you're
It
like it's slip
feels
teams
like
in
it.
deck. You have like soup teams in deck. I get you that you can like draw into them and stuff. But oh no, we're bad.
Incredible.
It was a good fucking tweet. It was a good tweet. No, Dedicant like reads as a card that like should be fine. It gets really big. You know, you play it in like Bilgewater, you know, like your coral creatures gave you a 1 mana spell you don't really want. So you don't mind getting rid of the cards anyway. But like in practice, yeah, this card just like doesn't hit.
Where do you play it, right? That's the issue. I think the biggest issue. I had like discussion about it. That like Nila really needs Janna. Janna really kind of needs like Janna doesn't need Nila, but it also works pretty well with the thingy. And I said like Nila just needs the Janna package, and this is probably a Nila package. And let's be honest, like if you want to play on third floor, you want to play Janna, not this, right? So yeah.
I don't know. I've played with this card a little bit. It's not that bad, but I like throwing it a stat point. I think it probably needs at least one more stat point to do anything, but I think it's fine. You can use it as like refill. You can use it as a huge unit against Demacia. It's fine.
My issue is the no keyword. I don't know if the stats even matter. I think like having at least like I don't know Brash, Fearsome, something like that at least. Like I get it that it doesn't have overwhelm, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean you can definitely throw Brash on it, but I do think he'd be a little bit concerning where people start getting
Brash
Scraption,
might be
whatever
too
that
much
one
even.
was.
Yeah,
Where
scrap
you just like
option.
slam this thing down as like an 8/7 fearsome. Well, now an 8/8 fearsome, and you just attack people a bunch with it.
Yeah.
We made a card Titanic.
Bulk? I don't think this card is that bad, by the way. Like I don't know. It's a thing that like if you draw Dragon from this, like it's actually kind of crazy card. But is it good enough? Probably not. But it's better. So.
Can I remind you of the other 8-mana dragon that
Okay, we don't talk about it. That's not fair. That's not fair to anything else. Like if you compare any card that we're gonna talk about today, it's not fair. But I get
Okay,
you.
so the biggest issue with this card is that it's not Annika, right?
Yeah.
It does.
Okay.
Okay, good point. Anaka is a good argument. Man, what is Anaka Frejlord, man? What is this?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's in the sorry.
Uh,
Tryndamere. Oh, Frejlord buff. Let's go, Tryndamere.
Okay, my question is: this a buff or not? Like,
Is
Yeah, of course it's a
Tryndamere?
buff.
I don't think that's the question. I think the question is, does Tryndamere exist in the game Legends of Runeterra? Because I think the answer is no. I don't
So
Is
believe
he in
that card
standard, by
exists.
the way?
Yeah, he is.
I actually have no idea.
yeah.
Wait, Tryndamere should standard.
Yeah.
But okay, my question: why isn't Butterfree now +8, +6? If you think about it, shouldn't Butterfree get buff? Like,
Wait, why don't we play this card?
Tryndamere?
why would we play this card?
Because we can't kill it. How do you kill this card in standard?
This card costs 8 mana. Here's the
It
problem with
costs
every
8.
ramp card.
You cheated out. What do you mean?
Okay,
Just
so if
pay the
I'm
new 8 mana cost. The new.
Okay, then ignore the new card. The new card's broken. I agree.
why am I cheating Tryndamere? I could cheat. I don't know.
Wrath of Ferret.
Oh, Biggest Pigus. We could play Biggest Pigus. God, Shihu is still in the game. Can you believe that? That's fucking crazy.
There's like a bunch of ramp payoffs that have the exact same problem of they're not worth cheating. Because like they don't win the game if you cheat them. Or like Tryndamere, you like put them into play and people are like, okay, I'll take some
He
damage.
kind of wins board, right? In like a mid-range mirror.
Yeah, I mean he's not bad, but like if you cheat him out, did you win the game? No. You put effort into getting this guy into play on turn 6, and he didn't win you the game. He like got you an advantage, but he didn't win you the game. And I'm not paying 8 mana for him on turn 8. So
Yeah.
what am I supposed to do with this card? I'm not going to cheat him, and I'm not going to play him naturally. The solution is I don't play him.
You
Yeah,
FTR him.
also,
Oh,
good
wait.
point from Donut from chat is that like I get you that like Tindama is unkillable, but you have Firespitter, so is it actually anything killable from your deck? I don't think so. So whatever.
There just aren't killable cards in Frejlord.
Yeah,
Warmother's Call. Okay, so like Warmother's Call at 11 mana
maybe.
is like a reasonable card, right?
Yeah,
You're playing
like
this on like turn 7.
every turn you
Maybe.
just turn 8. What you mean turn 7? Oh, I guess with
Well, so we're ramping, right? We're like we look at Frejlord cards. They don't cost what they actually cost.
I
It's
don't think
value. It's giving you value. I don't think it's bad.
I don't think 11 is low enough. I think this has to go to like 10. But
I think 10's broken.
10 is broken.
Like I would go on the record that 10 mana Warmothers would be broken as shit. I think 11's close.
Yeah.
I'm willing to explore 11, but I feel like we probably need to go lower for this card.
I literally think you play this on turn 7 and don't you just like win every mid-range matchup?
Yeah.
How do they play?
I mean, so if I'm like ramping to this, is this actually the best card to be ramping to? I mean, like I'll set aside.
Okay, ignore
I'll
the
set
8
aside the
mana
broken
card.
Atron.
The guy goes broken. That goes.
But like, is Warmother's
You can
Call actually
Warmother's
better than
out that
Volibear?
guy.
Yeah, I think so.
And
Well,
like,
Warmother's Call gives you Volibear.
well,
Yeah,
units
exactly.
work with sigils. They're a lot easier to ramp.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I Warmother's is okay, but unironically, Warmother's might be better than Volibear. Volibear's cool and has his play effect, but like Warmother's is like giving you power every single turn.
Yeah,
Volibear
exactly.
dies to Howling Gale.
Volibear also doesn't just like eat shit to Ionia.
Are we pretending Ionia's in the fucking game or what?
Wait, who? Wait, are you on there? Okay. New
Did
agent?
Sarah's set get nerfed? No, right?
I didn't. Yeah. Except man.
No, but Sarah's set wasn't.
Here.
It wasn't
He's
beating these
competing
mid-range decks. You think
least
I'm
the
beating the
tempo?
fucking 8 mana 24/24? How am I beating that?
That's a good way how to say it. 8 mana 24/24. That's a good
Yeah,
point.
you can.
What the fuck is that card?
You can aftershock one, and then they count down the other one before you can play your other fast speed. Before you can play your other landmark
Okay, question.
destruction.
Does the 8-up get hotfix or not? Like that's actually like I think that we can make a bet or something like that, man. I think that card is hotfixable. Like I don't know, like if I had know what they did. Like,
The issue is it's not going to get
that's
hotfixed. It's not going to get.
Eternal can
The issue
handle
is
it.
we're going to Eternal.
Yeah.
So like people aren't. Riot's not going to be paying attention to the fact that it's going to be breaking standard. Everyone's testing for the last chance qualifier, but like we aren't going to see proof that the card is fucking broken. Until like the last chance qualifier. It's not going to get changed before. It'll get changed before Worlds maybe, but like, I.
2 days before last chance qualifier the hotfix,
Oh please, base.
And my lineup gone. Holy.
Yeah,
It's actually so funny. Like Ladros obviously isn't a real change. Necrotic Arachnoid, I think is
Why
like.
should Nexus now?
This
Ladros, do you
card.
see that? They have 20 HP and you play Ladros and you are tilted to him.
Yeah, so
What?
Ladros isn't a real change, but
I do think that so. We obviously couldn't have Ledros have 10 power like the entire history of LOR because like Ledros was actually a good card at some points in time. This change should have happened a long time ago because like this is the dream, isn't it? You play Ledros, you have their HP, and you hit them with Ledros. Like that's the dream.
But
the dream is to just be as uninteractive as possible.
Yeah, yeah.
This is a bigger buff for Eternal than for Standard, I think, by the way. I don't think this matters at all in Standard, but Eternal, I think this matters because you are now
because the atrocity.
Yeah. You can also single Ledros. I don't know.
Yeah, but like the thing is, you're ramping. You play Ladros on 7, and then like he dies, and you stare at him for 2 turns, and you just die because you can't.
Yeah, I mean, standard, I doubt Ledros will do anything for.
Okay.
I also
have
doubt.
a cut argument to your argument, Jason. Sure, you can play Ledros, I get you, but what about the new A-drop?
Yeah. Dude, that ain't wrong.
But no, Necrotic Arachnoid. I think this card's actually good.
This card is not...
especially if it comes out even a little bit early. The issue is like we're gonna look at this card and then we're gonna look at the guy who summons 2 thralls and we're gonna be like, oh well, I guess this card's a little worse than that. But like when you sigil into this card, like this card's not bad.
Yeah, if I had to play a different region, so like if this card wasn't in Frejlord and I had to like play Sharina to get this card.
Oh,
Then
I
I'd be
hate this
sitting
card so much, dude.
Then I'd be sitting there and like, okay, well, I'm gonna do one sigil Boadir of Blackened Ice deck, but like, what about my other decks? Because like, I can't sigil him 3 times. No, I can sigil this guy 3 decks.
Yeah. It's
It
gonna be
is funny
39
that
Firespitter cards, one splash, just like I don't
This
know
is
what
also
about.
like, I think people like don't quite realize just how many words on this card matter. Because like, this is summon. You could like sigil into a Naka, swing with a Naka, get Boadir, and he comes and thralls.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna play 39 sim cards and then one splash. 3 times.
yeah, there's enough good Frejlord cards, bro. You remember back in the day of Can't Frejlord have one good card, just a solitary good card? This is what happens when you let Frejlord have one good card. Now they have 50 good cards. It's just
Someone should make a
give a
meme.
mouse a cookie.
Someone should make a meme that is give a mouse a cookie, except it's like Aikado and Ruben, and give Frejlord one good card.
Give Frejlord one good card.
That'd be an excellent meme.
Oh, fuck me, dude. Yeah, no, I think that the Chronic Arachnoid would be a cool card if it didn't get completely overshadowed by.
Yeah.
God
I think
damn it.
this guy, I don't think this guy was like bad, but yeah, when it
Yeah.
just go
I think
crazy
it's
like
actually
that.
good. I think I've been seeing like the
The
Volibear deck, right?
and the
Mhm.
cup
Um
deck, right? Oh, you mean yeah.
I mean,
no,
Vriss was
not
doing well with that deck.
yeah, the
So
Vriss, yeah. But
Oh,
like
you
you
mean
sigil into this card. This card's pretty good in the mid range. Like this
Mhm.
card's not bad. Um I mean
But the
it's
8
not
mana
8/8s.
card, like
Yeah,
yeah,
it's not 8/8s, that's the issue.
Mhm.
Spirit Leech to a 4/2.
sure.
This matters in Eternal.
Yeah, it
If
definitely
you
is
get
a
that Nasus again, get that Nasus. That's like fourth buff by the way for that deck, I think.
oh,
It's a cool change.
Yeah. Ether Fiend. Crumbles on play now. This could be okay. This could be good.
Yeah.
if like I don't know, it probably would be too good if it wasn't a skill and it just went off. But I feel like this card just has the problem of like it's not really very good because your opponent just kills the unit.
Well,
And
you play it on like Undying or something, right?
yeah, I mean, Undying has I don't know, Undying's a little dubious to me always, but
I think Undying's like actually not that bad. Like 4 mana Crumbles, like a very playable card with it. People are playing like the Tarosh whatever with it as well. I could
Mhm.
definitely see like some sort of Kindred deck being good.
Yeah, get
I
that.
mean it's Eternal, so like, I don't know how much mid range is thriving in that. And Kindred exists as, like anti mid range, but I think there's potential.
mm,
Mhm.
Yeah. Seal and Steel. I was confused. I assume that the weapon is 2 mana now. Is that
yeah,
right?
Yeah, weapon is
based
2
on
mana.
based on what they're talking about, like there might be a certain Demacian who takes particular interest in this new, easier to catch shape. So like the weapon has to be
It's 2
2 mana.
mana. It's on lower report. It was on lower report and lower report
Okay.
had it at 2 mana, so yeah, it's 2 mana. The weapon is 2 mana now.
Yeah,
I think Ether Fiend is in standard, by the way. I'm answering chat, but Kindred is in Eternal.
yeah.
Um,
Ether Fiend is in
yeah.
standard, I'm pretty sure. But
So you don't have like this life package in standard, so that's the issue, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Like standard has like some silly stuff that like it can play. Like there are some Undying decks in standard, but like mainly Eternal.
yeah, Seal and
Yeah.
Steel, like I always felt like this card was supposed to be used in like a Pantheon style deck where like your big ass unit is dying and you're like, oh well, get a big ass equipment. The fact that it doesn't like take the keywords, I feel like always made this card kind of hopeless. And like if you let it take keywords, it would be hilariously fucked up. So
Yeah.
don't really know
I
what
do
we're doing
think
with
that
this card.
I've hit this card a fair bit in like Seraphine, and then like every time I cast it, I look at a 3 mana weapon. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why does this cost 3 mana?
Yeah.
So I think that this is a good change.
It's a good change, but yeah, it's buff for Seraphine, here for your Seraphine buff, Aikado, like.
Yeah, I guess so. This is my Seraphine buff. This will. Here's what I do. I play Scrap Trap, and then I seal and steal it, and then I could just put my 6/6 weapon on everything. And that's how I beat the mid range matchups.
Mhm.
That's
Until they play the 8-drop, but yeah.
no, because my Seraphine can block the 8-drop with +6/+6,
They
right?
have
Kopi?
they have 3 8-drops, so
Yeah, I don't have 3 Seraphines. No, that's a fair.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the problem is like I can't really justify putting a bunch of effort into getting a good corrupted form. So this has to be used as like a random reactive tool in my deck. And a big stat weapon just isn't that good. Um like Bone Club decks can build around like I will have access to Bone Club, but I can't really build around having access to a good corrupted form. So I'm playing this as like the weirdest glimpse of all time, and like okay, my Lunari
It is
cultist is like
glimpse.
huge, but like
I think the other issue with obliterating, by the way, is you can't play this on the 2-drop.
Sacrificial Scholar, yeah, it's got like a bunch of just like slightly awkward things where like all of your natural overwhelm units in Pantheon are like Pantheon, and like he doesn't need help being big. So I don't know.
Camphor. You could we'll figure something out. Surely. I think it's a cool card either way, so I'm excited to see it get a buff.
I do like the buff,
Um,
but I feel like it's not going to
It's
do a
still
whole
bad.
lot.
It's still bad.
Eternals star tip from 1 cost to 2 cost. Big
Good
nerf.
change.
Good
Yeah,
change.
big nerf.
Yeah.
The guy was fucked at 1 mana, 2 mana, probably unplayable again. But it was so good at 1 mana, like it was crazy. Like if you get like Serpent with Equinox, like this guy was crazy. So happy to
Yeah.
see this.
I kind of question if this is like entirely necessary when like the decks that we're seeing this card like got bodied with the Cosmic
So-
Call hit.
I think
But-
specifically like Aphelios Victor would still be playing this deck.
Yeah.
Like-
I think it's a fine change. I just wonder if it was entirely necessary given the Cosmic
I guess-
Call hit.
Like every Targon deck would just play this card if it was still at 1 mana, right? Like this card is
Yeah.
just fucking crazy. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think it's
so-
fair. I don't know if it's necessary, but I think it's fair.
Yeah.
Tree from 4 cost to 3
Monkeys!
cost.
Let's go.
I don't
Treat-
care.
Scary.
Yeah, Truth
I
and
think
Rot.
pretty scary. Like 3 mana. Okay, I'm gonna sell this thing. 3 mana. It's pretty cool. Like it's giving you so much value, right? As well, then eventually becoming Wincon. And now you can also do funny thing. Like you can play Banditry into Evelyn on 10-4. Is it good? No, but maybe.
I think
don't
that the
know.
card is infinitely better at 3 mana than 4, right? There's a
Yes.
massive difference between a 3 mana card and a 4 mana card.
I feel
That
like
said, I don't want Tree to ever be playable. So I'm very upset with this change.
Why not?
yeah,
Because
I mean,
Tree's the most cringe shit that this deck is or that this game has ever seen.
I will
Just play
say
Expose, bro.
as soon as Tree has to like see the cards, I'm a lot more okay with it. But
Yeah, it's not a balance thing. I just hate it.
yeah. I do think this card has hope. Explorers are dual regions. So
Ooh.
I saw somebody mayor into an explorer the
Yeah.
other day and I wanted to jump, dude. Oh my god.
yeah, I
That's
also
fun.
am gonna take this opportunity to bring up the incredibly bizarre decision where in Fate's Voyage, non-collectible spells that cost 2 mana, these have regions.
Wait, so they activate like Buster Shot, right?
Yeah, so improvised weaponry was all Runeterra region. So like, I mean, I guess they have to
These
have
don't
a
affect
region.
Tree, right? This
Correct,
doesn't
they do
affect
not.
Tree,
This is
but
like
it is like
Buster Shot,
specifically like
yeah.
Buster Shot and Yordle Arms.
Yeah, it's
Because for
just
some
very
reason these have regions.
it's very strange to me that improvised weaponry are Runeterra and these are regioned.
That is weird.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah,
just a
I
bit
don't
weird.
know.
It's fine, doesn't
Yeah.
really matter, but
No, Bandit is gonna be. I think it might be something, but I most likely not. But it's like 3 mana created a lot of value. Maybe I don't know. Maybe.
Katarina revert. I think it's a great
Sure.
change. She deserved it after they changed Foyer. Yeah, great.
yeah.
Yeah, cool. Like when Kata maybe back. I can see Kata with Ravenbloom on Birdman. Maybe I don't know.
Katarina is just a really good card. Like free daggers is like really strong.
Hey guys, are you excited to play Thralls?
This is the
I think-
giraffe, right?
Yeah.
This is.
How do you feel
yeah.
about Thralls in this upcoming meta? Like, I just
Yeah,
don't feel
Lisa-
like we've got playable like Thralls generators. So like this buff to Preservationist, I'm not so sure about.
To be fair,
Countdown-
this hits a totally differally different deck.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
this hits an entirely different deck.
But the different deck, I think it's not bad because like if you you have Lysandre into this into Talia, like the curve is pretty good, and
Thralls is also an interactive bullshit, dude. Oh, it's okay.
Just
we have
wait till-
explorers now, Copium.
Express, right?
I do
You know,
think
just-
natural
Explorers.
Thralls, like I think you could revert an unreasonable amount of full blood Thralls and it would still be bad because of Explorers. The
I
A
don't
drop
know
like
about
doesn't
that.
give a shit, but
This is the classic cope. This is the classic. Surely landmark removal actually beat Thralls, but it never beat Thralls at any point. Like, good Thralls players went so wide with their landmarks, I just don't think that was real ever.
They did
Maybe it's because I
lose.
did nothing but test against Cameron. Maybe that's it.
I mean, they did lose Blighted Ravine, so Frejlord has 0 good cards.
So true, Vesty. Desert
Wait.
Wrath has
Wait,
is
what
it 3
about
cost?
Infinite? Wait, what about Infinite? Ooh. What about a Preservation?
You
That's
can
a
cook
good
that
unit.
one, you know? You cook it.
Ooh.
I don't even know what this
Down.
card is.
So the issue is if Infinite comes back, I'm gonna have to start bitching about Sleepy Dupes again. Because that card is still fucking insane.
It's Eternal. You don't have Eternal.
It's an Eternal?
Of course, we have now Eternal changes only. And this
Yeah.
is the thing game.
I have
I
seen
think-
this card literally once, and it was from Ruben on ladder.
I hear you.
Do not remember
3
if we
mana?
won.
It's pretty
3
scary.
mana, I think this card's like really good.
Yeah, it's like 2 blockers, right? And then you have like forever. I don't know, as a Lucian, as an ally or something like that. I was playing this as a meme in the past with Jin with the 7 mana spell, or the 6 mana spell. How much does the
Desert
second
Wrath, 7 mana.
7
Or not
mana?
Desert Wrath, fucking Emperor's Divide.
Did they buff it to 6 maybe? I'm not sure.
I think
but,
it's still 7.
It's definitely a
Mhm.
heck of a lot better at 3 mana.
Yeah. Like also like that, you don't have to spend unit mana on a spell mana, right? That's also a big difference.
I mean, you could just
I
like
think
double
it's kind of
cast this
better.
on turn 3, right?
I think this card's just like playable. Even
Yeah.
look at like the stupid Azir Zolani deck. Like it becomes a lot better when you can like actually play this card.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's funny.
Doesn't sound terrible, actually.
Spirit Portal. This is the one. I think this card's broken at 3 mana. Is
You
it
think
not?
so? Do I do play like I guess some bundles it in like thingy. It's like it's very similar to the Mogwai card, right? The
Yeah.
inspiring.
There's 2 things here. One is it's +1/+1, so it gives health, and 2, it says grant. This feels like this card should be broken at 3 mana.
I mean, I don't know. I felt like the go wide like Vandal City decks, which were like probably Lulu Chompers. I don't know. I felt like those decks always made really good use of like one big thing from like Biggle Dust or Yordles and Arms. And so it's hard to see this like the discard. And you do have Chompers, that helps.
Choppers, and it says grant on it, which I think is like hyper relevant.
It's also it's conchable. It's also inconchable.
Ooh, that's cool. Put it 2 mana so it goes in Seraphine. But no, it's I don't know. I think that this card, like, I think that always read as like a powerful card that just like at 4 mana was a bit too expensive. 3 feels like it should be good.
It can be but of course, if it's gonna have home, that's the question, right? I
Yeah,
guess.
it just has so much competition with these like one turn buffs that we've seen be good in that deck. Like I understand Grant is better than Give, but like the buff is also larger with Yordles and Arms.
It also
or-
costs less than Sneezy nowadays, right? So like maybe.
Mhm.
Place on like turn 4. Like you can curve into this on turn 4 a lot easier, right?
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see. Endure cost 6. Cool.
Unfortunately, like Nasus exists, so don't really see the.
You can adjust it in the same turn. Pog?
You can do that with
Yeah.
Nasus.
2020 meta? Poggies? Yeah, this card was like 6 mana in 2020, and that's like I don't
As
think
soon
this is
as
good,
Nasus existed, this revert
Yeah,
could have happened.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Frenzied Skitter. Okay, hear me
Monka?
out.
Like,
Why
man,
the fuck did this get buffed?
We
like,
have seen a
Fearsome
lot
are
of
already
fearsome
good, yeah.
decks, yeah.
Like the misrate deck is like literally solid, and like this with Soul Cleave is like there just aren't blockers. Why the fuck did Frenzied Skitter get buffed?
It's
Am
a
I
crazy
crazy?
card, Like,
Am I smoking?
Yeah, I'm scared of that. Like, Spider
Aggro's
Aggro.
good in Eternal. Why the fuck did Spiders get buffed?
I mean, I don't think it's so concerning that I'm like flipping my shit, but I definitely think Frenzied Skitter buff is like a lot more dangerous than it seems.
Also,
I
they
think it's
buffed
a
the Harrowing
crazy
Curtain. Yeah, they also buffed the Harrowing Curtain.
Yeah.
The thing, the
Harrowing
Nocturne.
Return.
The one that revives your strongest guy
Yeah.
and does -1 to your opponent's entire board.
Well, it grants them fearsome, which like presumably this deck everything pretty much has fearsome. I mean, I missed Color exactly,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I don't know.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it seems like a crazy card to buff. Tornado Warrior, the 1 cost.
I mean, this is
Okay.
a 1-mana 2/1. That's like
It's like drop blood. Yeah.
that's pretty close to playable by itself.
So he can live the bouncy house dream, bro. Damn, I'm feeling like a 1 cost too. I also bouncy castling. Holy shit.
I think it might be like attentive to drop it if you play like a Heiken with Panda City, but I don't know. I guess no.
I don't know. It's a card.
No.
Concurrent. Is this a
Nerf?
playable card?
No.
No.
They
Great.
could have
It's
yeah.
10 out of 10 patch.
I'm gonna say, and the word could is very relevant here. They could have put this to 1 mana with this change. I'm glad they didn't. Rest in piss timelines.
We have
Alright,
to
we're
cut
good.
again, oh my god.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, Baya was saying the craziest shit about how he loves timelines and he wished that they would have made it 0 mana. I don't know.
I
It's a
never
crazy
said that.
take. I don't agree with that one, Baya, but you know, I
never
appreciate
said that. I never said that. I said that it might be good if you have like combat cook and like I don't know few units, but yeah, it's much worse, and I don't think we're gonna see timelines anymore.
I think at 1 mana people would try to play it, and like maybe Riot was concerned that they would have to hotfix this shit again, which I think is
Yeah.
valid. I think it's very valid.
I mean, I will say I'm pretty interested in exploring a timelines that looks like this. The nerf that I always wanted for timelines was remaining 1 mana, and it affects like your next 3 turns or something. So like if you want to get these stupid early game starts, you don't also get a late game. That's stupid. And I really like seeing this kind of like balancing choice. Because it like does also solve this problem of like it's less frustrating for the person playing timelines where double drawing timelines is worthless and stuff. I'm also very happy to not have to deal with timelines in this upcoming season.
Also, why it is not nerf, by the way, and it's adjustment, it's because you can play like multiple units and transform them right in the same turn. So
Yeah.
that's something that you can maybe do now, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, go ahead.
well,
I was gonna go to the next card.
okay. I think timeline, like, I really like to see this kind of balancing stuff. It's stuff like Nami. I mean, Nami's rotting right now, but like, Nami could be gotten into a good place. And previous Nami probably was never getting into a good place. So, this timelines is
I think that's
balanceable.
reasonable. Snapvine costs 1 less and has Fearsome, but only triggers on play instead of summon. I think basically every abusive Snapvine thing you were doing was with summon.
With Valfeast there and stuff.
Valfeast, the thing that summoned a couple of ephemerals. Even playing like Wings in the Wave or House Spider or something, and they both turn into something. Only one of them will now.
I think it's like bad because like the card was already so bad that like maybe this can only help it, but I think it's still whatever card.
Yeah, I mean, they pretty clearly say that this is like for dev reasons rather than like balance reasons. I do think this is like a nerf because the only reasonable uses of Snapvines involved abusing the summon thing. So
yeah, but having a keyword like maybe makes it like a reasonable, like maybe there's a reason that you would want to run this card now. Maybe. Copium. Yeah, I don't know. Skins? Did you see? Do you see it? We're stealing TFT skins now. Apparently,
oh, yeah. We're just taking everyone's resources. We are, I don't know, Scrooge McDuck.
TFT had their skin only for like 2 days or how long? So man, fuck it.
I feel like, and maybe I'm crazy, because TFT, if you guys don't know, in the new set has some of these skins, as like some of the units, right? And they revealed it a couple days ago. I feel like this is still TFT taking shit from LOR. Am I crazy? It's they just revealed it first.
Yeah, probably. I mean, this strongly looks like LOR stuff.
Yeah, I think they just straight ripped our shit, but you know, it's all in development, and they revealed first, so it's theirs, I guess.
Yeah, I like the Ziggs and Lulu skins. I think they're like very colorful, and that's
okay.
something I like. But
they're definitely interesting, which I don't know. I feel like LOR has a lot of skins that are novel and different, and presumably someone likes them. This isn't the stuff that I would particularly enjoy, but I'm happy to see different stuff for people who enjoy it.
like no level up is kind of sad this time when we have like 5 skins, but it's fine. Like I guess we can.
Yeah, I don't. The Lulu skin's kind of cool, but you know, I don't want to be racist, but the green face, just I don't like that aesthetic at all. I think it looks very off-putting. I don't know.
You didn't like Shrek? I get you. I get you.
I hate Shrek. So that's two things. It's got to be. It's a pattern.
This is an outrageous BM emote. LOR
Yeah.
truly is pay to win. Particularly with unlimited emote slots. Like this thing's broken.
You don't have to limit the unlimited. Oh, you mean okay? I think that must pretty bad by the way, but whatever.
Which one? The violin?
Yeah.
Well, he's playing the world's smallest violin. I think it's pretty good. It depends on how it'll look in game, but
I think
the point is he's calling you a whiny bitch. That's
Yeah.
what the phrase is. You know, he's playing the world's smallest violin for you because you're
I get
whining.
You, I get you. Sure.
Yeah.
We got some like world stuff. They mentioned this.
Cut off on a ladder. Is
Yeah, they
interesting.
did.
That is 27th.
They did move up the ladder. We also have grudge matches, right?
If there's gonna be tie in the yearly points, then there's gonna be grudge matches might be Aegis Esports on 29th of November. That's very interesting. And something also very interesting on this is that from January there's gonna be new gauntlet. So that means that we're gonna continue in the gauntlets probably next year. So
yeah,
something else.
I feel like gauntlets. I mean, they're not terrible, but I feel like a lot of the formats kind of fell flat. There's this like, there's two types of formats that you like apply to gauntlet. Some of them are supposed to be competitive, and it's like fine. I think you can just do like standard formats, like standard or eternal. I think it would be nice to like see some eternal gauntlets during standard season, and I guess like standard gauntlets during eternal season. So like, if you're interested in playing eternal, we have some competitive eternal that happens occasionally. But there's other stuff like Singleton that I think is fine as kind of a stagnant competitive format. But there's these other formats that are supposed to be like tinkering and brewing with, like free build. And I think it did that for like 2 weeks. And then we just kept having free build. And it like this format had lost the point. So
I think the other issue with free build is it seemed like there were a couple cards that came out that were like specifically like, we're here to fuck free build meta, and they fucked free build meta. But I'm not interested in playing free build to begin with, so it's
I mean,
I think if free build should come with a ban list if it comes back, it should ban like 5 cards.
Yeah. I mean, the main problem is like the only real selling point of this format is that you go and you tinker and you try and come up with decks, and it's interesting for a bit. As soon as it's been explored, and as soon as you can like just go net deck a bunch of crap, like the format doesn't have a point because it's not a particularly good competitive format. And that's okay for a week or two. When we're on like the 7th time of getting free build.
To be fair, the meta's slightly different each time if you're very, very, very plugged in.
Yeah, because it's made one vibe person as well. Like it's Lava that makes a deck, and next week he makes an answer to that deck. Like it's very
if
fun.
you aren't following the one guy on Twitter, then you're fucked in the meta.
The problem is like I was like, okay, well, like I have this take about free build, and I really hate free build. Maybe I should just try it. Like 60% of my matches were against people just playing like normal ass decks, and the best deck was still drop borders because most people are not playing reasonable free build decks, and drop borders absolutely beats the tar out of every normal deck.
That changed, to be honest. Like that changed. I guess it was maybe because last time I was playing Freebird, it was like people were grinding for the trophies for the free events, and there was like a lot of meta decks, to be honest. I didn't meet any vertical decks, but I guess that was maybe because of that situation.
Yeah, I doubt drop borders is like objectively good, but I definitely got the impression that currently the best free build deck is still drop borders because there are too many fish.
Drop border does very well against people who aren't at all engaging with the format. But once people start engaging with the format, drop border ain't all that hot shit, you know?
Yeah, but it's like when 60% of your opponents are just not engaging with the format, you just want the deck that like literally 100 zeros them.
Yeah. I do think really quick, I love that we got a time for ladder cutoff. Yeah. This is something we've had to like talk with riders about for the last like 6 sets straight. It's like, what time is the ladder cutoff? We have an actual time. It's several weeks in advance. I love the fact that they did this. 10 out of 10. Props, Riot.
Yeah, that's so cool. And yeah, I'm excited about the garage matches. Hopefully, I'm gonna be part of one of these because it doesn't look much hot, but
I love that there's a big chance that there's a Baya Broken Ball, Salty Simon, Grudge Match to see who makes it into Worlds. That sounds very exciting to me. Are you excited by that, Baya, or no?
Of course, because it's free win, like whatever.
Oh,
Yeah,
true.
like when it's like it's Simon with BB, they cannot ever win against me. So yeah, sure, I'm down for
Base.
that.
There are cosmetics I can't get. I'm truly the person with the most amount of suffering with Worlds qualification. I'm not allowed to get a last chance qualifier pin.
Oh my god, I'm so
Can you
sorry
play
for you,
just like
Tezos. No, you
not
No,
check
he
in
cannot
day
play.
2?
No.
You cannot play. You cannot play. If you're qualified, you cannot play.
Okay, but what if you did play and didn't check in day 2?
Well, we
I'm
have some
gonna
drama that we
message
can
some
talk about.
narrators, Yeah,
Yeah.
we can do some drama about you. Yes.
You could Boksor it. I mean, that's
As we had with Boksor in the last Open, because if people don't know, Boksor is kind of back-to-back winner of Open, but he also isn't, because he in the past he multi-queued, and then he, for example, he made top cut twice in one of the Worlds qualifiers. Funny thing
so
is
that one
that
was fucked up. That one was definitely cheating because he checked in on both, which meant
yeah.
that there was one less competitor. That's a little bit cheating.
Yeah, but this time, or first Open of this season, when he was cheating as well, he cannot cheat for no reason because he played on his main. He qualified, sure, and then he went into his Smurf. He didn't qualify, so like it was kind
Okay,
of whatever, right? But he
I
still got
agree with
punished.
you. But what if, and hear me out, what if he did qualify on the second one? Because he has a history of doing that and then making top cut with both of them and checking in on both of them.
Yeah,
So
sure, but he got punished.
I hear
He
you, it
still
didn't
got punished,
affect
right?
anything, but wasn't he kind of trying to?
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe he was, but he
here's
still got punished, right? He didn't get any rewards for that and stuff.
so I think Boulevard actually has a very reasonable take. So Boksor is like pretty you can definitely make a solid argument that Boksor is the best player in EMEA. Maybe, like, certainly one of the best. Like, that guy has an outrageous pedigree. He is top cut just a stupid amount of times, including multiple times per top cut. Like, this man's very good at Legends of Runeterra. Great.
He's also won 2 of these tournaments, and in the
Yeah.
other one they cheated, he top 4'd still, right?
Yeah, like, this guy is incredible. However, rules are rules, and there's a purpose. And like, if you break the rules, you should be actually punished. And I'm sorry, me saying like, oh, sorry, you cheated, so I'm just gonna like remove what you earned from this event. That's not a punishment. That is restoring to normal. Like, that is the
Yeah, I agree
minimum.
with you.
And it's like,
Oh,
Especially
you
when
want
you know that,
punitive. You want him
yes,
to feel bad.
yes. Like, we had this happen with the previous like EMEA disaster, where like
Kurashi was second,
multiple
Kurashi was
people
second.
did smurfing. If you don't actually penalize people, people keep cheating. Look at Boksor. He's done this 3 times. Fucking punish people.
I think Boksor's getting a lot of slack because, as far as I know, nobody's ever talked to Boksor. So like the guy keeps blatantly breaking TOS and is obviously very good at the game. And I think a lot of people are like, maybe he just doesn't know. Maybe he just knows nothing. Because as far as I know, nobody's talked to him.
No one
So I think
is
there's
that
sort of
dumb.
like an air of mystery. There are a lot of people are giving him credit because it's like, oh, he maybe just doesn't speak English. Maybe, you know, he doesn't read too good. Maybe he's just really good at clicking on cards and just loves Legend of Runeterra and wanted to play, you know, 16 hours of Legend of Runeterra and, you know, queue twice. So fuck it. I mean,
Yeah, and like,
yeah.
I do think Boulevard's take is very reasonable. If Riot decides to allow Boksor to play, and I also don't think you should retroactively DQ Boksor. Like, that ship has sailed, we're stuck. We should be reasonably respectful to them. Because, like, their fuck up wasn't the problem. It's Riot's fuck up. Boksor shouldn't have been allowed to play. Boksor should have been permabanned the second time he broke TOS. Boksor probably should have been permabanned the first time he broke TOS.
Well, not permanent. We saw, but there was some punish, right? That was the thing with Crusher and Tristan, right? They double queued in the first ever Open, and they couldn't play the first World Qualifying Open. And I think that's something that is why is the discussion even like existing is that Boksor cheated and he could have played in the next Open, while Crusher and Tristan couldn't in the past, right? And that's the thingy. Also, funny thing on Tristan win is, by the way, he changed throwouts before with his wins. He changed 4 cards.
based.
in his lineup. So he played like
Yeah, from last tourney to this tourney.
yeah.
One thing I will say, people are asking, is there evidence? It would be an incredible coincidence if two people had literally the exact same account name, including the exact same like eyes and stuff in front and behind it. To show, to designate the account name,
Also the time
and
when they
also
played. Mhm.
played like the exact same decks and like played back to back. And like it would be an insane coincidence if it was not the same person.
Actually, but we have like one person called Aikado APAC. Like I don't know if you want to
That
talk
person puts
about
an
that.
X in front of their name. Very obviously not me.
I
Are
mean,
you sure? I don't know.
I've gotten so much pushback about just like permaing people. Just fucking perma people. They can go be a
I
good card game player in Flesh and Blood for all I care.
I think that people, so like I personally am like a little bit against permaing somebody. That seems very, very aggressive. And I understand the stance of like you have to hit cheaters. I agree with that. With someone like Boksor, I think again, a lot of people are giving him credit because like he might just not know what's going on. And like if you fucking hand this guy down a perma, like that might be a little bit fucked up. I think
Yeah.
that like the ban that they gave to like Karachi, where like he lost all of the shit that he got, and then also wasn't able to play it in like the world qualifiers, so like basically lost the entire season for like world's qualification. I think it's like a reasonable ban or a reasonable punishment, especially for the first time. This guy's cheated multiple times and seemingly hasn't gotten as harsh a ban. I think that's a little weird. But I don't know, man.
No,
I don't
I
know.
think I'm fine. Like he's the EU hope, and like his deck didn't get any hit. I think like he's winning. Okay, Whirlwind got hit. That's only his deck still exists, right? Yumi, Timo exist. Seraphine SI still exist, and only Whirlwind got hit. So man, that man is winning worlds. That man is winning worlds.
I have seen so many people in Magic cheat, get banned for a year, cheat, get banned for 3 years, cheat, get banned for 5 years, cheat, finally get perma'd. And it's just like, perma them. Snap it off. Why wait?
Do you think it's possible for people to reform?
I don't think I need to see it. You can go reform in Flesh and Blood.
Maybe
You can reform in
maybe.
Hearthstone. You can reform in Magic the Gathering. There are other card games.
Bro, there's no greater punishment than forcing someone to go play Hearthstone. That's fucking brutal.
Poor guy, man.
Next you're gonna say they have to play Snap, dude. I mean, that's
Like,
fucking
if-
death sentence.
If we're talking about like real world punishment, I'm not nearly as harsh. It's not like, oh, you jaywalked, death penalty. But like,
What if someone kept jaywalking? What if they jaywalked and they got a ticket and then they jaywalked again and you're like, oh shit? I mean,
it's still not the death penalty. Like when we're talking about like real world punishments, I understand this thing of like, oh, you want to like work up to it. When we're talking about like card games and games in general, just fucking perma people. Like, you flagrantly break my TOS, I perma you. These people aren't dumb. They know it's against TOS. Like, I do
just
not
wants to ban everyone. I get it.
do you think that this is like across the board, like for any TOS violation?
If it's flagrant, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if we're sitting here and it's like, oh, well, like, I was using like a deck list tracker and it like had slightly more information than a deck list tracker is entirely allowed to play, it's like, okay, reasonable mistake, not gonna permit you. If you sit here and like double queue, it's like, you're not an idiot. You know you can't double queue. I'm permitting you.
I feel like okay, I feel like if I weren't plugged into the community, I definitely could see a world where it's like I'm just gonna double queue. I have 2 accounts. I mean, fuck it, right? If I wasn't like plugged in, if I wasn't like a content creator, like if I'm fucking 18 years old and I queued on my 1 account and I had a good time, but I didn't quite get there. It's like, oh shit, dude. I think if I played this different lineup, I might be able to get there. And I just queue on my Smurf, like. I could see people just like reasonably doing that, and then like then they realize, oh, okay, I can understand why this is fucked up and why this is bad, and like from that point, maybe they could grow as human beings.
The very fact of how you said that, where you're like, I changed a little bit, maybe I can make it. It's like you clearly are aware that this probably isn't allowed. Like,
I don't know. I don't know if allowed is anywhere in that. I mean, it's obviously against. I'm telling you that I know that's against TOS. But again, if you're not like super plugged in, you fucking click past the TOS because who the fuck reads that shit, right? Like player policy. What does that even mean? I think that it's how many people like multi-queue in like fucking Clash, right? For League of Legends, right? How many people like they implemented like what mobile authorization and people still smurfing Clash, which is like strictly against TOS and stuff. Like I could see a world where people are like, it's just not that big a deal. You know, and then you
Yeah.
tell them, oh, this is a really big deal for us. You know, get a fucking, you know, you're not allowed to play in the next couple tournaments. You
I
maybe,
mean,
maybe. And
okay.
then after that, if they keep doing it, perma them. But I think like one warning, you know?
If we got the
Mhm.
take of people need a warning and like a lighter punishment, I can accept that. Uh, I believe Boksor is like the only person who has broken TOS flagrantly twice.
Yeah, Boxer's crazy, dude. I don't know about Boxer. Boxer's fucking crazy.
Yeah, like I think Boksor is just exception, and I wouldn't be surprised if he got permaban after his second evaluation. Yeah. I think like
Is fucking crazy.
that's like I think that's a kind of issue of like the worlds that we're gonna have. Like I assume like Boksor is a very good player. Like he won fucking back-to-back EU. No one in the history won 2 majors,
Yeah, I mean,
and
as much
now in EU, and now Boksor did it, and now it's also likely that he's gonna do well in worlds. And the second we're gonna have worlds cast, people are gonna be there and being like Boksor is cheater, and
uh,
like
as much
they're
as I
not
will,
wrong.
yeah, as much as I will sit here and say that Boxor should have been permanent, I also think we should be respectful to Boxor in Worlds because it's not his fuck up that he's in Worlds. Like,
It would be on Riot, right?
yeah,
Like the for
Boxor,
allowing.
like,
Yeah.
it is completely reasonable for Boxor to play Worlds, given that he's allowed. I 100% blame Riot for not handing down a real punishment to Boxor.
And
And it's
like
like,
to be fair, I think if Riot hit him like you know the big punishment the first time, and the second time he didn't even like make top cut, I could see an argument where it's like it's not that big a deal. I mean, it is. It's against TOS. It's bad. He shouldn't have done it. It's not that big a deal. I don't know. I think that there's a difference between like what Boxor did, you know, the second time. The first time, bullshit. The second time, I think there's a difference between that, you know, like actually, you know, fucking stream sniping or you know, abusing shit. I don't know, like you know, like
yeah, I mean,
real cheating.
stream sniping, like, I don't know. Anybody remember? I don't remember their account name, but there was someone who just like constantly stream sniped BBG, and it went on for like months and
Was it
months
like
and months.
the American Sniper or whatever?
That was their
Remember that
name at
guy?
one point in time, yeah. But like they stream
No.
sniped over and over and over, and it's not like these. A lot of times with these stream sniping situations, it's kind of dubious. You never really know the truth. This guy was blatant. He made it very clear with account names. It was very, very clear. And it took like months to perma them, and it's like, why are we so stingy with permas? Like,
They sniped a lot of people. That shit, like, it's crazy to me actually how many people like defend sniping. I've been playing PUBG recently, right? So I was scrolling through like the PUBG Reddit, and there were a lot of people, you know, talking about like stream snipers. Oh my god, this one guy keeps getting griefed by stream snipers every single day on stream, and the entire comment section is filled with people like, I mean, you're streaming your perspective. What do you expect? Like, okay, come on,
It also like
guys.
yeah, we also had like EU Vieta Kagna that he got like warning, what I remember, but that was
Yeah,
different. It was like with Alana and
it's just wild to me how many people defend shit like stream sniping. Shit's pretty
yeah,
fucked.
it's definitely like fact and like I don't know how much like you see it. I gotta yourself because but I definitely feel the difference between if I stream and I don't stream. I like especially when it mattered, when it like mattered, the later when it mattered. I definitely felt it back in the time.
I
Here's
mean,
what I'll say. I win a lot more. Not just win a lot more. I hit a lot fewer insanely bad matchups when I play off stream. I
Mhm.
don't know if
Yeah,
people are necessarily staring at my hand, but I
yeah,
do think that you are much more likely to hit a lot of really bad matchups right on stream. Maybe it's
yeah.
just because you know you have Majin stream open. You know Majin's queuing, and you know Majin's queuing one specific deck. You know he's playing just Janna. So like maybe you're not going to queue Ash because like you know if I queue right now and I run to Majin, I'm pretty fucked. So maybe you'll queue something else. Maybe you'll queue like Galio instead. And it's not like I don't know how much of that's like as bad, but I do think that playing on stream, like it happens a lot.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I get the concern, and I definitely don't stream enough to like really have that perspective. But I've had two false stream sniping accusations against me, and that also fucking sucks. Like,
Yeah, I do
Oh,
agree
for
with that.
sure, 100%.
I
it's
definitely
Oh,
never like accuse anybody like that's just dumb.
yeah,
But
it's
do we want
like
to talk about the stream sniping thing?
sure.
what's to right? What?
The one in this last open
Oh
where
yeah,
Oh.
Let me go find that.
Yeah, where Mafraju was streaming their perspective with no delay during the open, and then saw that their
What
opponent
is
was
Mafraju's handle?
I'm not certain. Mafru? Is that not bringing it up? Or Mafra? Oh, I don't even know. I can't
I don't know.
spell. If you look up Cups mentions, that'll probably work, right?
Whatever, that was like one of the dramas. I think like I get the kind of get the tweet, but I think we know a lot about Cap that he's probably not doing it. But also like Cap is kind of dumb to be honest. To be like it was like
So
you know like my thing
in
is like I think we are fine because it's Cap and we do believe that it doesn't die. But imagine if this was I don't know Ragnar or something like that, you know, and then you know like
here's
it's
the
kind of weird
problem.
in this discussion.
Here's the problem. Like my opinion of Cup is that Cup wouldn't stream snipe,
Hmm.
particularly in a tournament setting where he does it. I have the opinion that Cup has a high enough integrity that he wouldn't do this. I can also definitely see a competitive player feeling like this is their last chance to qualify for Worlds. They don't think it's gonna get brought up or anything, and they stream snipe. And I cannot sit here and say with 100% certainty that Cup didn't snipe. I definitely lean to Cup not sniping, but this is this very unfortunate middle ground of you will not know. You will never know the truth. The only person who will know the truth is Cup and maybe his way.
Yeah.
Like that's it. Those two people know the truth. No one else will. Um, do I think Cup should be banned for this? No, because there's too much doubt. But like, this situation just sucks. Like, I can't sit here and say like Mafraju shouldn't feel like she was ghosted because like that's definitely a reasonable explanation. But like, we don't know. We will never know.
I think the other thing that really sucks is as a content creator, you talked about how you've had false accusations thrown at you for stream sniping. It fucking sucks. And if you like ever call out like
Yeah,
this was a little bit sussy, you're also putting the target on yourself like as a content creator because there's so many people will instantly like come at you. So it's not a good situation for literally anybody involved.
Hmm.
And like
Yeah.
we'll never really know what happened. You'd like to think that people wouldn't snipe. It's pretty unlucky,
Yeah.
especially if you're like the one stream that's not on delay. Like it fucking sucks that happened.
But let's be open. Like, don't play open without no delay, right? Like,
Yeah, but like,
if
that's like I agree with you, but like that's still not a real
yeah. I mean,
yeah, I
response,
do
right?
get you.
I will sit here and say that like if you're gonna stream a competitive tournament, you should probably stream it with a delay if you care about the results. However, like that's also like that doesn't make this situation not shitty for Mafraju. Like,
Hmm.
I think the
um,
other thing to keep in mind is like, good players cheat in a lot of things. Like
yeah,
how many times have you seen like I don't know if you follow like speed running at all, but
yes,
like I watch like Carl Jacobs on YouTube and he talks so often about speedrunners who will cheat, and oftentimes it's the better speedrunners who will cheat because they feel like they're so close to hitting a time and like they deserve it, right? They
yeah,
deserve that record, they deserve it. So they'll, be like, oh, RNG keeps fucking me, so they'll change something so that they don't have to redeal with it or whatever, right?
Hmm.
yeah.
It's not necessarily a massive like defense to be like this is a really good player, but at the same time, do I think that Cup cheated? Like, probably not. But the situation like just fucking sucks,
Yeah,
right?
I said we're never gonna find out, and it's
Yeah.
like my thing is like as like imagine if this wasn't Cup and it was Ragnar. I think like there would be fucking vision for him, and that's my something that I'm some kind of concerned about, right?
Yeah, I mean,
So
the problem is like if it was Ragna or someone who like we'd known had sniped in the past, like I'm not even sure if that changes my odds. Like Cup is the exact type of person that I could understand like sitting there and being like, this is my last chance to qualify for Worlds. I really need to do well in this tournament. It's not going well. Like, what if Cup was playing this like round at 7-2? And it's like Cup really is close to qualifying, but needs some more points, could really use another top cut. Am I so confident in Cups and like
mhm.
willpower to not stream snipe in that situation? Like, it's hard to have that much confidence in anything. But like, I still think Cup didn't snipe, but like, what am I supposed to do here? I'm just like literally making shit up about a guy I know through the internet. Like,
I also
Yeah.
want to say I think Cup was really fucking lucky that he didn't top cut this, because if he did top cut this, I think this right here
uh,
would have been a lot more talked about. Um,
But also something was a lot of talked about was, I don't know, it's the third controversy that we had from last open, that was the Raphterra against Boky, I guess. I don't know if we want to cover that as well.
Oh, the Raphterra thing.
Ooh.
One thing I know is that
we need to cover
Seabass isn't very good with reading comprehension, and he would be just destroyed in any sort of verbal discussion.
I'm gonna go through this, I guess, real quick.
Okay, Raphterra quote tweeted Boky. Boky put out, the Sag, I lost, feels bad, man, bad RNG, unlucky. And Raphterra said, "Fuck you, skill issue."
Yeah.
And then was upset when other people were like, that's a crazy thing to tweet.
Yeah. So, okay. Boky tweets
Like,
this.
Boky tweet
Another
is
open of
wrong.
clean play, good lineup, tech choices, but losing to bad hands, high rolls, blah, 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 blah. What I will say is, if you've played a lot of card games, you have seen so many of these fucking emo posts. Because people basically get like maybe unlucky, maybe it's just like kind of the same level of luck. Maybe they like played like trash and got lucky. Who knows? But people get eliminated from a tournament that they care a lot about. And they make this emo post that always looks like this, where they're like, I did everything perfect. My opponent is a high rolling sack of shit. And this game is bullshit. And I'm quitting. I will never play this game again. And like, you'll see them at literally the next competitive event. It's fine. Like, people just emo post. There was a guy that I would remember, like, I would play weekly Magic events with. In the game, this guy is just like venting about how much I'm a luck sacking sack of shit. And I was good friends with this guy. And every time the solution was I would just shut up during the game, he would vent or whatever, and then like he would lose or he would win or something, and he'd be like, "Hey, you want to get food afterwards?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, not a problem." Like this guy's just like venting in my face, and it's like
this is
fine.
so incredibly normal, right? I think
Yeah.
that's the thing, right? That everyone does this.
Also,
I'm
I
sure
made
I
this
could
the
search
same
through
thing, yeah.
everybody's. If I scrolled through bios, I'm sure I could find a post exactly like this.
I
Just
made
I
this
know I
the
could
same
find a post
day.
exactly like
Yeah.
this. Like I know I have posts like this. Everyone has
Yeah.
posts like this.
Literally, literally, I've seen people be like, make these emo posts, say I'm quitting or whatever, and people will just like post the gif of like Larry David being like, "Fuck you, I quit. See you next week." And it's like literally like 3 days later, I bet if you could have an honest conversation with Boky, he would say he didn't believe this tweet. Like he didn't believe what he literally said.
I think
the
like
same day I made
2
the same
hours
tweet.
later.
Yeah.
I think 2 hours later, you could have
Yeah.
responded to him and been like, well, I think that there were probably some things you could have worked on here. And, like, I think if you had like a productive response to this, I think Boky would have responded to it like pretty, he would have been like,
Yeah.
well, I don't know. I feel like it was a little lucky, but maybe you're right. And this would have been a nothing burger.
Yeah.
But the issue is that the response to this included the words, definitely skill player issue, not bad luck. Like, oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
So
But
like
just
this
on the tweet, just to addition, I made exactly the same tweet, and this you were exactly like 1 hour later. You were like, it's fine, but it happens, and I was like, yeah, I know. I was just making my fucking tweet, like.
Yeah. Yeah, it was absolutely hilarious. It's like this tweet is pretty unhinged simply because of like just how normal this Boky tweet is. He makes a fucking podcast.
He warriors in the comments over and over and over where he's like, nah, what I said wasn't toxic. Do you think I'm being I wouldn't be toxic? Come on. It's like, no, bro, you're being toxic as fuck.
The podcast part is like, excuse me?
I haven't watched it. Has anyone watched it?
I watched like 5 minutes and then yeah.
I saw it and I was like, no fucking way I'm clicking on that shit.
It's absolutely wild. Also, someone tried to out shitpost Seabass, which is just not happening under any circumstance. This man is a goat of LOR Twitter. Unbeatable.
Homie goes in. At first I was like, damn, Seabass, you're going a little hard, buddy. But then I don't know. The back and forth was just a little, I don't know, a little nuts though.
It was a funny thing in the end, but like these vent posts just exist and just don't answer them. Maybe just say, we're gonna do better next time or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they're
people
fine.
just want to complain and they just, they just realize that like let's be honest, something like clean play doesn't really exist. Perfect lineup also doesn't exist really. So realistically, it's usually on the people, kinda, but also there's some unluck, and that's how that just happens.
Yeah, I
Really though,
mean,
I think if you went to Boky and you said, I think your lineup wasn't that good and you probably could have benefited from more prep. You know, you brought Ash into like a pretty sus meta. And like, you know, I understand that you're upset, but like it does feel like you could have prepped better. I think he would have responded positively to that.
yeah.
It's just the complete and total lack of like social awareness to just come in with the skill issue and unironically be like, skill issue is that's not toxic. It's just true. I mean,
Yeah.
like, oh my god.
The most confusing part about it to me is like, I feel like if you have played competitive card games for like 1 month, you figure out that these emo posts happen and they're very normal. And like,
And they're not that big a deal.
it'd be one thing if like Raphterra was like completely new to the scene and was like, I think your lineup sucks ass. This is a skill issue. Like, what are you complaining about? And it's like, okay, you just don't know it's normal. Like, that's fine. But
To
like,
be fair, Raphterra kind of has, you know, a history. Do you remember the post after the first one? After the
yes.
first
Oh, no.
open where people were getting bubbled at 9 wins in Americas and EU. And he made it in APAC at 8 wins. And then he was like, you know, shut the fuck up, just get good. If you actually deserve to win, you would win. Wait,
Yeah,
let me get
If
it.
you
I
deserve to
did.
qualify to Worlds, you will.
There
You
have been
can
a
blame
couple
the
of things.
system all you want, but the truth is, if you played better, you'd have better results. Win-based matchmaking is coming next season. Suck it up, learn from your losses, and move on to the next one. Everyone who deserves to qualify for Worlds will get there. Homie says that while getting it at 8 wins, while we're bubbling like 100 people at 9 wins. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, there was a point in time. It never came up, but like, I definitely wanted to reply to Raphterra at some point with a take like that. Not that one. That one I kind of stayed out of because like that debate heavily centered around my experience because my experience was like so wildly abnormal for the first open. But there's previous times that Raphterra has put up posts like that, and like the worst I have ever done in an open that I played was 7-3, which at the times that I went 7-3, 7-3 made it at APAC. So if I was just in APAC with my results, I would have just always top cut it. If I played an open, I top cut it. I have not top cut it every open because I am in the Americas shard. And we
I
have a
said,
lot more
man,
players. And it's like,
for next year, we need to make Elora House in APAC. You know, I don't know. That's like a low cost of winning. We're gonna be doing some collab streams. You know, what do you think I gotta do? What do you think, guys? No, like,
I'm so down. Absolutely. Let's go to, you know, somewhere pretty cheap, you know, Singapore or something. It'd be great. It'd be great.
amazing content. You know, like amazing
I
food. I'm down.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, it's pretty it's pretty wacky. APAC has put people in to the open at 6 wins how many times? And it's just like, I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, as much as like as easy it is to kind of dunk on APAC, I do think the fundamental thing is their server is just smaller. Like,
Yeah.
it's not that the players are just weaker, there's just less players. If you're looking at like, how many players are above skill threshold Y? The answer is just lower. And it doesn't matter what you do at that threshold. If you ask like how many people are better than like the threshold between platinum and gold in Americas, like you just have more players above that threshold in Americas than you do
Like,
in
that
APAC.
was always the thing. Like, APAC had like very good people, like J1 really
Yeah.
well. You know,
I mean,
Shania. Like, we saw them doing well even in Worlds, right? Last time even APAC did better than Americas, right? Like, it wasn't that hard, but you know.
their best players are absolutely like world's caliber, and the server is not weak; it is small, and that's like
Yes.
an important distinction to have.
And that, of course, and that in Swiss, of course, if you have less players, then you need less to win.
Yeah. Well, it's like on ladder, if there's less competition for being like above this skill threshold, it's easier to show off because like, I mean, it's the English saying is like small fish or big fish in a small pond, where it's like if there's less competition, it's easier to do well. And that's true all the way up until you start like talking worlds where it's like we got like 4 of the I guess like the other worlds, the old world system would probably be a better example where it's like if you're not one of the 4 best players in APAC, you're not making it. So like it doesn't matter that the server is smaller because they still have 4 worlds caliber players.
Also, first was they have like the crazy qualification. You know, they have like 128 players in the Swiss, right? I remember that they had like the double times. That was crazy because there was 2 servers, right? and from the both of servers you could have qualified. It was so crazy to qualify for the first worlds.
Yeah.
In APAC.
AJ, it still happens even with a set amount because you're basically taking like the top 1,000 people, and in the distribution that goes further down the bell curve if you have less population. So like it always applies if your server is small until you're like sampling like the literal outliers. So
if you say, you look at the very tippity top, then there's maybe like 4 or 5, like world's caliber players. All I'm saying is the 3 of us and Roji get a house and move over there. I mean, that it doubles it. It doubles the amount of world's caliber.
Exactly. And also the cost of living would be small. Man, I just down, man. Like
We're kind of trolling, my Twitch
it's actually
salary goes crazy in Southeast Asia.
I think yeah, if I wasn't if I wasn't like at the university and stuff, I would actually consider it. By the way, like I'm not memeing here.
I think you have to like naturalize for like how many months before you'd be able to play in any
I feel
Riot
like
tournaments.
yeah, like 9 months or something like that. But you can play on EU doing that, or EU and Americas doing that because you're still like
Yeah. No, it might be the strat. If we start right now, then we'd be done by the time third season starts, and then we would third season next year we would all just sweep that and just qualify for Worlds. Easy clubs.
Easy.
Yeah.
Like,
Funny
that's
shit.
all. Do we have something else?
I don't think so. We got through all of our actual topics plus some bonus ones. So I think we should wrap it up.
It's a fat episode. Any last thoughts? How are we feeling about the patch? Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumb to the side.
I actually like the patch. I think standard's going to be a fucking shit show. But since we're going into Eternal, I think the patch is pretty all right.
So the issue is we aren't going into Eternal, right? You and I are playing in Aegis this weekend, right?
Yeah.
We're playing Aegis finals. And then the vast majority of the community doesn't really need to play Eternal because they're not qualifying for Worlds via points anyway. So
Yeah,
isn't the vast majority of the community just going to play Standard?
Very interesting. Is there a tournament in Standard that I'm not aware of?
The last chance qualifier is in Standard.
The thing I'm not allowed to play.
Yeah. So it's cool for you. Again, it's very cool for you. Proud of you. You're very happy. But
actually, I just made in the yearly points. Maybe you can actually show it because it's very interesting. Red made actually list that shows you if you should be playing in the Athena or not, and there are like 20 people per server.
That's so funny. So no one else should be playing. Okay, if nobody else could play, that'd be great. I know that you guys are gonna like net deck me on Friday, and you're just gonna like come in and try and steal my points. But no, here's the thing: you're not allowed to play. I need my points.
Yeah,
I can't find this thing quickly, but
I'm gonna find it to you.
Yeah,
that is.
Are you so Trizoth? We're in Aegis finals.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys decided on if we're playing Standard or Eternal?
My team has a strong preference. I don't particularly care, but
your team, from what I've heard, is being major hardasses and only wants to play Standard. Which
if my team has communicated with you, then I'm happy to talk. But
I've been told, I'm not doing the one doing communication, right? But like from what I've heard, it seems like from what Quacko said, your team is very, very set on playing Standard.
My team is very strongly opinionated that we should play Standard.
Do you think that changes now that we've seen the Frejlord 8 drop? Can we just not? Like, I'd prefer if we just didn't.
I will say the people that are particularly opinionated have this opinion that they should have made their choice before seeing the patch because they feel like it avoids drama. So I think you will find that my team has become more stuck in their ways now that the patch has been revealed.
You know what I think? I think your team's cowards that want to hide behind their OP Frejlord mid-range. Come play in the dirt in Eternal.
we have Alexander, the greatest control simp known to man.
Yeah, do you think that this Frejlord card isn't control? It's just unit control.
It costs
just play
8
a big
mana.
unit, you win the game. You've controlled the board.
That definitely counts as control, right?
Exactly.
I cannot. Why did it print this card? Holy shit, man! But
holy shit! Wait.
If
Can we
you
play
go
an
to
ultra rapid draw?
I believe that was Hirsch said no, and then Red overruled him and said ultra rapid draw is allowed.
I would be so down. We should play an ultra rapid draw. I'm fucking crazy at that mode.
yeah, you're so much better than open. I get you.
Apparently,
but if
Hirsch
you get
overruled Red. So
Oh
who is
no.
based and who
oh,
is cringe swapped, but conclusion is the same.
but we can go into the world's qualifiers, and if we go into yearly points, the yellow people can qualify only if they win. Orange people cannot qualify, basically.
Yellow has to win. Holy shit. And they have to win and get help, right? Like they have to win and like the people
No,
at the
win is
top have to do.
qualified. Win is qualified, and win plus ladder. If you are orange, you need to win and hope that somebody doesn't play ladder for some reason.
Oh,
The rest, you are out.
oranges needs help. But
Yes.
yellow just wait, so yellow is taking into account if like all the people in the top like also like if they're
Yeah,
like
so
second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth.
Yeah, so don't top, right? For example, if you are Rusticles, for example, then you need Hawk to not do well, Cap not do well, Finos not do well, Mate not do well,
Yeah.
Donut not do well. Like, yeah.
So the way it works is if you're in yellow, you have to win. If you're in orange, like Tippy has to win. And
Wait, how many points do you get from winning?
12.
12. So Tippy has to win, and
Wait, that's
Hawk
not
can't
enough.
get a single point.
Yeah, wait. I'm sorry. Every single person at 17 can't make it. Like we
They
can
can
say you're
make
in
it,
cope, but they're
maybe.
not going to make it.
Well, yeah,
Oh.
realistically. So
there are 0 yellow players that are getting in.
Yeah,
I'll bet that. I'll bet it right now. I'll bet $100. There's no way any yellow player makes it in.
Realistically, I would just eliminate like 19s and 18s in Americas. Like Rattling Buds is probably the last player that I think has a shot.
Bro, can 20 even get it? 20 requires help, man. It
Rattling
requires the
Bones
people above them
wins.
to do poorly.
Rattling Bones must win to make it, for sure. But
Yeah,
like,
so Bones wins, and then we're just assuming that like I don't top, Cup doesn't top, and Hawk doesn't top. And also nobody above him gets enough points to make the differential up, right?
yeah, I mean, like, I would say like up to 21 points, like, is obligated to win. And like, you're not even likely at winning. And I would say like 20 and 23, like, these people, if they win, I think they're likely to make it.
Yeah,
I think
probably.
they're locked. If you have 22 locked, and for example, and it's so free, by the way. Why is it 20 points? Oh my god, what is this, man? And it's so free.
Well,
Holy
because
shit.
like,
Wait, where are
all
you
of
at
our,
on this
like,
buy? I can't see you.
I'm 9th. NEU.
The reason why Americas is free is because like 3 people have a shit ton of points in this region.
Have you seen EMEA last top 4 of EMEA? But the funny thing that in EU it might be a little bit different because last top 4 in Worlds qualifier was Ultraman already qualified, Boksor already qualified, Anophelis already qualified. So that was funny in EU that actually the season from EU might be like 18 points only or something like that with ladder.
Yeah.
So EU should be really happy that Boksor topped and like qualified, right? Because before that you had like literally 2 good players. And now Boksor's the 3rd one. So you guys actually have a shot at Worlds now. It was pretty
Boksor
rough
is
there.
winning Worlds, bro. Like I said, like
It was a little touch and go before
like,
Boksor came in.
Man, he's gonna change 1 card for Worlds and you don't have any shot, man.
Holy shit. He doesn't even need a prep. We're all gonna be out there prepping with the new cards and he's just gonna run it back.
Man, no, he just plays his lineup back to back and he's so good at, like.
Okay, what are the chances that Boksor 2, the one that's not qualified, wins the last chance qualifier? Would we ban him then? What would happen?
I don't know, man. That would be very funny, though.
He has the opportunity to do this funniest thing of all time. That's for certain. Yeah, no, World's race, very close. I need to do well. I'm in misery.
You're fine. I'm doomed, man. I need to fucking win or 2nd place, otherwise I'm fucking doomed, man. Like,
just win, bro. Wait, how many?
Need help?
I can't even see. It's 28 points, right? So you have to go. You have to go +5 on someone above you.
So at least I need like top 8 at least.
Minimum, yeah. You need to like top 4.
Top 4, yeah, it's a top 4 2nd place win.
Wow. Yeah, I mean that's rough, homie. That's rough. We
I'm
are
winning,
very
but
lucky in Americas that, you know, Floppy and Tankbuster have continually played and continually stolen points. Oh, did you want
AJ?
props to Drizoth? I'm
AJ?
sorry.
There's like
Oh,
5
AJ
people
winning 2 in
actually.
a row is
that was crazy, by the way. That like both
Roji-
AJ and now and Boksor won back to back the same. Like winning back to back is very rare, but like these players winning both back to back is crazy.
I wish like there was a way to see from like Aegis like not taking out already qualified people just to see like the overall points raise. I think that'd be cool, but I'm pretty sure like Floppy, myself, Krios, Rochi, and AJ all just have like a shit ton of points that are obviously not going anywhere.
Yeah, you got 18 for your win. Congrats.
Yeah.
You know that the points are completely useless and they don't do
Yeah.
anything.
I mean, I have a decent number of points out. Like, obviously, the 18 matters a lot, but I got top 4 and I've top cut a few.
Congrats.
Yeah, no, there's a few people that have done a very good job of continually hoarding these points. Even like Tankbuster, like did so well in like the first 2 seasons. I don't think he played this season. Or if he did, I don't remember. But yeah, no, it's we're very fortunate in that. What's
I saw funny thing about the story of like America's Open last time was that AG stole like 2 donut decks and then beat him in top 64, you know. So and
case? Bro,
skill issue, you
Donut?
know, like
Do you guys think Donut's trying it back? Is he making it to Worlds?
I hope so. I'm a big
Unfortunately,
fan.
I don't think so.
Wait, how close is he in points? Oh, he's close. 27. That's so doable. Wait, no, this is doable.
It's doable, but the problem is like Donut needs to do better than Hawk.
Yeah.
And probably better than Cup.
Yeah.
And he's probably just hopeless for these people.
I mean, 32. So like if he top 4s, how many points do you get? Like 12?
Top 4 is 8.
Oh, 8 points. Shit, that's really close. Okay,
like,
so he has the top 4, and like none of us are allowed to top because if any of us top, then he's just not.
Yeah, I mean the problem is like okay, 9th through 16th, he gets 5 points yearly total. He goes up to like 32, and like
yeah, it's tied with me.
He's still not beating these people. Like anyone, he's beating Cup and Hawk, but like there's also like Chinos that could just pass him. Matri, easy to win. Maybe not Rojo. Rojo's got like a ways to go up, but like realistically, if he's in top 16, he also needs none of these people to like match that performance.
Because topping gives you 3 points, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So like just by topping, Cup ties a top 16 finish from Donut, right? So Donut needs to top 8 to get 8 points, which like maybe
I get you what you're doing, chat. But I get you what you're doing, guys. But I think what we really need is as many ties at 6th place, so we have the most grudge matches as possible.
True. Oh my god. That is the dream, right? Is there's just like infinite players.
What if we don't top Cup tops 36, the top 64s? Hawk get top 32. Chinos gets
Well,
top 32.
you know, I hear you.
Gets top 32.
But counterpoint, what if I just did top? I think just by topping, I'm probably
You don't
in,
top.
right? Just by top 64ing, I get 3 points and then 4 from ladder. I'm probably in.
Okay, don't count the fucking ladder points. Everyone gets 4 points. Doesn't matter. Ladder points don't count.
Not everyone, bro. Come on. I'm working hard. I'll go gatekeep someone. I'll go gatekeep.
More accounts or what?
I'll figure it out, you know. But no, yeah, I just need a top and I'm probably there.
And I need to, like imagine there's like 7 players tied for 6th place, man. Like imagine that.
I think you will be fine with a top cut, Aikado. 35 is a lot for people to pass. I mean, like
35 is really hard. Like, there's just so much limited, unless there's a crazy top 8 where like all of these players are in the top 8.
But I said like other people are not gonna care, and these people are gonna care. So like it's more likely that these people are gonna do better though.
Why do you have to say that, Baya? Now I have to worry more.
Because I'm winning next open. I'm telling you that, like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I legitimately think you'd be fine if a top cut, but that obviously needs a top cut. I don't think you're safe without a top cut. So
That would actually be so based
I
if it
think
was
you're
still like
out
top
though.
10 or whatever, and someone made 10 accounts and just tried to monopolize the top of ladder. Just everything at like
So,
1200
oh,
LP.
so you're telling me that if that happens, that then issue? Okay, I get you.
No, I just think that'd be really funny. Getting 12,000 LP across 10 accounts, gatekeeping everybody. I think that'd be really funny. But yeah, we'll see. I guess
Okay.
we'll see.
I guess we can pack it up because yeah, I need to
Oh
go.
yeah, it's a
so
long
it's been a
stream.
long one.